Um, is the stream going, JJ?
It is now live.
It is now live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How is it going? I need to move this mug. Welcome back to Ambyr. I guess we'll just go straight on with it. Last time we were here, we finished the campaign. You killed V, got loads of gold and stuff, and saved dragons. Woohoo! Oh, now the Guardians of Ambyr, which is pretty cool. And when you faced V, he was accompanied by the dragon Dazra, but it wasn't Dazra. It was someone had taken over Dazra's body, and it was some kind of god. And there was a lot of stuff referenced to these 5 different colors and dragons and the chromatic dragons. And Albers gave you a name, Tiamat. Tiamat. This Tiamat he said, an ancient god, but you're not quite sure what else she could have been and how she fits into any of this. So you went your separate ways throughout the year, and Glyndon decided that he would investigate this Tiamat a little further. I think you were the one to say in the session actually that there's something bigger could be afoot here, and you're possibly right. So during your year off, you decided to go back to the capital, go back to the college where you studied, and do some research on Tiamat. And from what you could gather, there wasn't really anything. There was interpretations and suggestions and just mentions of Tiamat maybe, but nothing particularly big, nothing massive. You know, she had something to do with the dragons. She was some kind of god, but that's about all you could gather. And that she currently has a residence in Hell. She currently has a home. Yeah. She rules over one layer of the 9 hells. She is one thing in the 9 hells, and that's about all you know about her. Clearly, that doesn't sound great from the starting point, but who knows? Today you might get to learn a little more. So, in the year, you realised, being a person who did obviously all of his tuition in the capital and stuff like that, if there is any information on anything, it's in the Great Library of Ambyr, this huge, massive building. It's one of the most important buildings in all of Ambyr, period. It houses all the information of anything and anyone that has happened in Ambyr, probably. Not necessarily things like, it wouldn't have every spell in there and it wouldn't have everyone's thing, but all the sort of important historical information, all the a lot of current information, things like that. It's constantly being updated and things being taken in and out and stuff. So you'd know if anything was to be there, it'd be there. However, the library has since been shut for the past couple of months since Glenn got back. The library's west wing and lower floors, where this information would be, the ancient histories department of the library, has been shut and guarded off by a set of guards. Since you guys left Ambyr, as I've said a couple of times now, the war tribes of the north have sort of, with the dispersion and sudden disappearance of the largest war tribe, V's war tribe, they all kind of got together and went, you know what, why are we fighting each other anymore? Why not just fight those people down south? So that has caused a lot of the army to move up north. So a lot of the guards and stuff have left the library. So this seems like the perfect time to maybe go in and find out what information you can. While thinking about this, Glyndon probably thought, who's the best person I could get for this job? Who could I maybe turn to get
Mazzy wasn't available, so I turned to Oramis.
Mazzy's unfortunately joined the army, so Oramis, I guess, is up. And Glyndon sends word to Oramis saying, "Hi, fancy robbing a library with me? LOL." And Oramis, I'm assuming you would have replied back, seeing as you're here, yes. Otherwise, this could be a very awkward session.
He just came all this way to say no.
and
Ultimate troll.
And it's a lovely, crisp afternoon in Ambyr. In Ambyr's capital, this huge, bustling city. And on the docks, Glyndon's told to wait on the docks. And after a little while, he begins to see this small little sailing boat come into shore, standing.
It's not that
well, small for a boat. Like, you can see all these like massive frigates and huge trading vessels, and then all of a sudden, just in front, like Oramis's Dow boat just comes like rowing, kind of wafting into shore. You guys meet each other.
Did you call it the Dragon's Revenge in the end, Lee?
Yeah, it's the Dragon's Revenge.
Nice.
Dragon's Revenge. Love it.
It's a pretty grand name for a small boat.
A little bit. But, hey. Is there anything you guys would like to discuss right now? Or
hey, buddy, how's the year off so far been?
Long time no see. Just sailing. Do you like my acquisition?
Yeah, it's all right. I thought it'd be bigger.
Ship in sorry?
I thought it'd be bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
I think you've been spoiled there, my man.
The finest ship in all of Ambyr.
No, it's nice.
No joke.
Well, I like the name as well. It's a fitting touch. I don't know if you said it yet. Oh, I've just guessed it. I've seen in the future. I know what you're going to say.
The Dragon's Revenge.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
And Oramus, you've probably seen Glyndon has a new addition to his arsenal, or rather a replacement. Glyndon's walking around instead of the goat horn staff, the ram staff. He used his money and the 2 ingots of dwarven metal, and he had his staff made into a dragon staff. Same properties and everything, but now it's made out of metal with a big dragon.
It hurts more.
It does. It also does. It also does hurt more. It does one more one level up higher dice.
So Oramus keeps like sort of pointing towards his boat, and I've got my staff, and I just keep sort of like just displaying it, and we're just talking to each other like, normally, and these things.
Just trying to Luke's like, oh yeah, but this boat, man, it can reach up to like, you know, so many knots, and it's so good, and you can hide something and stuff. And Glenn's like, oh yeah, that'd be good, and it would fit this nice staff of mine now. Oh, it would fit perfectly on it, and it looks so good. I'd look so good.
Well,
very fun stuff you have there.
Thank you. So enough with the pleasantries. Shall we head to the Great Library? Let's go give it a little scout out.
Indeed.
All right.
Let's head off.
So, you move through the city, the capital. In the future, I'll make you do survival checks to move through the capital because it's fucking massive, and you never know what could happen in it. But for the purposes of being quick, and it just being the two of you, and you kind of keeping quite safe. You've got a mission ahead of you. You head over to the library. It is this huge building, these red banners sort of coming off the side of this massive domed top. It's one of the largest buildings in all of Ambyr, pretty much. It's absolutely massive. And you step inside. Out front, there's like 2 guards guarding the main front door. Glyndon, you would know there's usually like 5 or 6 guarding the front door, making sure like no unpleasant types get in and ruin all the books and cough and bleed all over the place. But it is in the nice part of town, like how London has the very nice bit of London, and then the rest of it's crap. Pretty much like the capital. There's a very nice bit with the cathedral and the library and the docks, and everything's pretty, and then the rest of it's just like slums and crap and yeah. So you head inside. This is the interior. Now, a little bit about just for future reference. Everything that's in this dark brown here, that is a bookshelf. Everything that is in this lighter brown, that is like something that is the size of a desk, like the height that is either a desk or a box or something that is about the height of a desk that you would crouch behind. Essentially, dark brown means full cover, light brown means half cover.
Are you calling that brown?
stuff you can.
Sorry.
Yeah. Whatever. Whatever color it is.
The rest of it,
Lighter color.
that's fine. But I'd just take issue with you calling that brown.
Why? Okay. What would you call it then? Beige.
It's grey. Right.
Grey.
carry on.
It's great. Whatever. You head inside. So you guys would be down here. If you could put yourself down the bottom, just over, just down here. I'll size you appropriately. I don't know how to size things. Don't know how to get things to be proper sizes. But I'll figure it out at some point.
I think the only way to do it is if you use the inbuilt scale, and things will automatically snap to size. But if you turn off the scale because you've got a custom map, I think you're just stuck.
Yeah, slightly. It's not that big a deal. Yeah. Anyways, so you head into the library. There are a few people looking around. A lot of it's like students. Glinda would know from his days as a student. A lot of students obviously come here looking for information for theories and books and things like that. The librarian, this woman here, is a kind of tall. She's a tiefling. She's quite this tall, proud woman. She's got these two kind of nice horns just sticking out of the top of her head. This quite bright red skin. She's looking pretty fancy. She looks very snooty. This kind of long, pointy nose. Looking around, making sure everyone's no one's up to no good. The people around are just sort of general people, I guess. Random types. The place is huge. The ceiling is absolutely massive, at least like 50, 60 feet tall. You can see all the way up onto the top of the dome. There is
not climbable.
Unfortunately not.
If you have the right spells.
Floors. I mean, yeah, if you have the right spells. There are sort of upper floors and things like that, but that is for another time. Over here on the west side, on this side, is a door to the sort of arts bit. There's a lot of things like portraits and sculptures and things like that. Up here is sort of modern histories, modern information. But the area you're specifically looking for is over here, the area where these guards are sort of standing in front of. Now you'll notice that these guys have a bit of a weird marker, and they're all pointing sideways. That is because the pointer bit, wherever that is looking at, that is what they can. That's the direction they're facing. That's what they can see. I think I might do things like this from now on, so it's a bit more clear as to what things are looking at, what things can see. They can see clearly in a cone of that area, just for reference, for stealth purposes. And obviously, like, they have like a peripheral sort of vision as well, but that won't matter too much. It's mainly, oh, Luke's gone. He didn't like the guards.
It's not big on library.
Oh, books.
I thought we were robbing a bank, not stealing books from a library.
I'll wait for him to get back. But those guys are they're out.
Sorry, internet.
Oh shit. But yeah, you have some men in front here. What would you like to do? The area you are trying to get into, blocked by these guards. Take it away.
Well, Oramis, I can get through, but it's about getting you through as well.
How can you get through?
Oh, I could misty step past them. I could spider climb over them. You know, I've got a lot of options.
Bear in mind, obviously, other people in the place might notice you too. Like, other people might not take so thingly to someone breaking into a place they're not meant to be. You know, some people might maybe sort of say, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" That kind of thing. If you were to be spotted, like spider climbing over and things like that.
In your experience, Lyndon, as a learned man, as a student, is it likely that this place will be busy in the evening time?
In the evening time, I think people do burn the midnight oil a little bit, but it would be quieter.
It would be quieter in the evening. However, the place has a hard cut off at 9. Past 9 o'clock, the place is crawling with guards. This is this building is a national treasure. They don't want anyone coming in and ruining it, stealing things. You're not allowed to take books out of this place. If you want to do any work with the books, you have to keep them in there. So it'll be a lot more guarded, should we say, at night, but maybe more towards 9 o'clock.
What's the time now?
The time now probably be around 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Maybe.
We could come back later and there'll be less people, witnesses, if you like.
Yeah.
Should we?
More than welcome to.
We'll come back about 8:30 then.
Yeah, sounds good.
Is it?
On.
Do we? I'm seeing, would it be suspicious if I went and asked the librarian what the guards are guarding?
Well, probably.
Well, obviously, this is it's not a regular thing that this place is blocked off. It might not necessarily be. Depends how you said it, but it's no harm in asking if you wanted to, but it's up to you.
Just thinking, I don't know if it's necessarily needed, but I'm just thinking if I could try and persuade the guards that they should let me through.
You could do if you so wish. You could give it a try.
I was thinking more distraction. I think you're
distraction.
Yeah, like a little minor illusion of a fire that would send the guards running. I think
that is true. I kind of forgot I had minor illusion. Excellent suggestion.
I think we come.
Let's come back later
and do that.
All right. So you're going to head out into Ambyr. What are you going to do for the time being? You don't have to act it out, but are you going to go buy anything? Do you want to just go and sit in an inn for a little while?
Good sit in and have a catch up, I think.
Okay, cool. So you go sit in an inn. If you want to have some food and a drink, that'd probably be 2 silver pieces in total. By the time
that's capital prices, by the Aramis.
That's capital prices. It is a bit of a joke. Instead of doing this many copper and this many things, just two silver pieces would be fine. And you come back later on, and I'm going to say that so you're probably gone. You're probably gone. You're probably gone. I'll say you're probably gone. There is 1 or 2 people there now.
The rest have been eliminated by God.
Yeah, the rest are sort of gone. You can see this woman is this tiefling woman. The librarian is still sort of there at the front. The guards are different now. They're a new set of gentlemen. They probably would have been replaced sometime after you guys left. I can tell the librarian looks a little bit tired. She's kind of head on the desk, kind of thing. What would you like to do?
So I think Aramis, I'll go get a book, and then if you go around to the left and start a fire over on the left side,
mm-hmm.
and then I'll with my book because I look studious. I'll go up to the librarian and say, I think there's a fire over there, and then hopefully that gets everyone to move. But then you can go, and then I'll try and come back to you. But I can miss this step if needs be.
Is it better if I start it up here? And then just thinking it gives us a bit more colour to.
Yeah, that's sensible.
Kind of move around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you'd kind of move up. Where did you say you'd move up? You'd move up up here and start sort of fire.
I think that's a bit further
somewhere in there
where I wanted.
I'm just looking around, looking at books, pretending I'm interested.
Yeah.
Being not suspicious at all.
No one has any reason to believe you're suspicious.
Just looking, see if there's any nice books on sailing.
Yeah.
In the cheap
where are we starting? Where are we starting the fire here?
I think there, yeah, just so you can catch a glimpse of it. Because you can't make a very big illusion, can you? So they need to see some fire.
Well, it's 5 feet. So
so if I start it
there,
in this square here, Do I need to roll for minor illusion?
No, you don't need to roll for minor illusion. One of you would have to, walk up and talk to the, maybe tell the librarian, because obviously it is.
Well, yeah, that's
You
what
wouldn't be
I'll
able to make a feeling or a sound. You would just be able to make the image of a fire.
Yeah, so that's what I've done.
Yeah, so you made the
Right,
image of a fire. Obviously, there's no sounds. The librarian is still sort of checking.
I'll run over here. Just say,
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think there's a fire over there.
Shit! Fire! She's like all of a sudden like screaming now. Like what the hell did you do? Like running around pointing at the guards. There's a fucking fire over there. Go get some water or something. And I'd probably say that these two guys would run sort of like across here, out the door to try and go get some pails of water. And the other guy here would probably run over just to check everything's all right. Probably just like run over and try and he's a bit stupid. You're kind of like that, trying to clear everyone out of the way. So he's gonna get he's gonna get sort of over here. And while he's over here, he's going to make a investigation check, because obviously he sees fire, he doesn't feel it, and he doesn't see much smoke. But he's going to make an investigation check.
While he's doing that, Ben, we're just going to slowly move over towards the exit he's vacated.
Yeah. Of course you can do. I mean, you both got dash and stuff, and there's a lot of spaces to move where these guys might not see you. Yeah, I'm just going to make a quick investigation check. He rolled a 6 plus 1. That's a 7. He thinks it's real fire. This guy thinks it's a genuine real fire, even though there is no smoke, there is no heat, there's no sound, there is just this fire that remains still. Do you need to see the area? Do you need to be able to see the area for minor illusion, or is it just you create an illusion?
I think you just create an illusion and it's stopped when it is touched, if it's a physical thing.
Okay. Well, I mean, obviously it's fire. This guy's not going to want to touch it. But he's probably going to be wafting at it and fanning at it and shit like that. He's
it's within 30 feet, and it ends if you dismiss it or you cast the spell again.
It's within 30 feet. Okay, that
and it lasts.
I don't know if that's the initial cast.
But it lasts for a minute. So would I have to stay within 30 feet for that minute?
I would say yes. You would have to stay within 30 feet for that. No, really? No, JJ? You think not?
Well, if it's similar to concentration spells,
if it's concentration,
actually.
Then if it's not a concentration spell, then you can slam it down and walk away. If it's a concentration spell, you have to focus on it. But you can just slam it down and walk away.
Okay. Fine.
The range refers to the range you can cast it away from yourself.
Right. Okay. I will. Yeah, I'll trust your judgment, and you guys make your way into the into the next room. You sort of like push your way through the door slightly. It's not locked, probably because they can like rotate guards in and out of there. And you make your way into the next room. There are a few more guards, and if you guys want to place yourselves down the bottom, down here, as you would sort of walk in, you'd sort of open the thing into the room. There's a small corridor that like leads down, and then there is another door that would sort of open their way up. You don't necessarily have to be in the room. You could peek your head through the door, that kind of thing, if you so wanted to, but we'd say that you're around here. Now this is where we're going to talk about stealth. So if you guys could roll me initiative, as we're going to do this, I think, by this sort of new thing called stealth initiative. 23 and 12. All right, perfect. And I'm just going to roll the initiative for the guards to make sure they got 10. Okay, so it's basically...
You really need some stealth help here. So.
Okay, so they got 10. So basically, the way stealth works is, or the way I'm sort of doing it is, and if you propose any changes or anything like that, I'm open to interpretation because, like I said, this is the first time we're trying it. These are some homebrewed rules. So if there are any problems and stuff, we can just come to that when we want to. But essentially, whenever you move, you make a stealth check. If it's up to your full movement. If it's up to like half of your movement and you're not anywhere near a guard, don't bother. You're moving very, very slowly. I'm assuming you're like crouched. That's fine. Like, say, for example, if you guys wanted to move from here to there, I would say no. You don't have to make a stealth check. No one's looking at you at the minute. That's fine. If you are to move somewhere and get spotted by a guard, I'm going to say for this very specific thing, you have a set of reactions you can use. Those reactions might include moving up to half of your speed back into stealth, in which case you'll have to make another stealth check. So say, for example, you roll badly on a stealth check when moving, guard says, turns around, you can move up to half of your speed as a reaction to move back into cover, and you'll make a stealth check, and he will in turn, or she, will make a investigation check. You can use your reaction to just further hide, so just like take the hide action, or you can use your thing to bonk someone on the head, or like just start combat essentially. So say a guard, say you're like behind here, and then a guard walks down this corridor here, walks right up next to you, and sees you, and is like, hey, you can knock them on the head, you can do whatever, they're down. Or you can just initiate proper combat if you wanted to go loud and proud about it. In terms of taking out guards, for this one thing in stealth mechanics, and I think I'm going to rule it for anything of a CR lower than 1. These guards are CR half, so challenge rating half. So anything for CR lower than 1, if you are in stealth and they haven't yet seen you, all you have to do is roll to hit, and that's it, they're knocked down. You don't have to roll damage because that seems stupid. You're going up behind them, they haven't seen you, you got your knife to their throat, or you got your hand around their throat, or whatever. Doesn't make sense to roll damage. They're just down. You just have to roll to hit, and as long as you hit, that's fine. If you don't hit, that's like, you fumbling the knife, or you doing whatever. That's the basics of it. If we run into any other problems, we'll sort them out. Then, if there's nothing else anyone can think of that I haven't made a point of, we can go straight into it.
Let's just go. See how this goes.
Let's just go and see how it goes. So,
just a quick question. Say, for example, with this guard here, if I snuck up to this one here, if I sort of snuck up here and Sam snuck up behind him, would we get advantage on a?
Yes, that is.
You just hold his hand.
I was going to say, if there's two of you, it's like a combo sort of takedown. You would get advantage. You'd either get advantage, or maybe I could say both of you roll to hit, and we take whichever one's highest, and you'd knock it down. These are fairly regular, like town guards. They just wear like sort of, it's very neatly embroidered sort of leathered armor, not embroidered, and engraved sort of like leather armor and stuff. It's kind of fancy, but you can tell it doesn't really offer a load of protection. It's mainly just something they'd wear against the common street rabble. They look a lot fancier and posher than they actually are.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess we'll take it away. Ormus, what would you like to do first?
Before you set off, Ormus, I'm gonna just sort of pull you aside and say I'm very much taking your lead on this. This is not my area.
I think
also you guys can stop and discuss at any point, because this isn't like combat where everything is every 6 seconds. I'm saying this is just like, because you're like stealthing it, you're moving around, you might stay and wait in certain bits, and most of the time the guards aren't going to move. So this is we'll take it as it comes. So yes,
I guess,
you were
I guess
about to say.
Aramis, we're trying to get to the stairs at the end. So.
Yeah, I think so. I suggest we head this way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move in towards try and go behind the cover here.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as you moved about half your speed, I wouldn't say roll stealth. If you were to move full speed, I'd say roll stealth.
2, 3, 4. That's more than half my speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half your speed is not very much.
No, it's only 15 feet.
Yeah, it gets a bit more useful when you get into the smaller areas. But you can move. You can move your full speed. Also, remember you each have dash. You each have the dash action, which can be half your speed again, or your full speed again. So really, if you were to take the dash action every time, that would theoretically be your full speed, I guess. Which is something I've literally just thought about. So I guess you can move your full speed, but if you were to move anything beyond that, also if you're near guards and stuff, you would have to roll stealth.
So use 15 of your feet and then use a dash action
as 15 more to make the full speed.
That's what
are the guards then having a turn?
The guards are then having a turn, yes. But
so
maybe you can make an insight check to maybe see if any of them are looking like they're going to do anything. So, for example, if you kind of you can look at a guard and think, does he look finished with that book? Is he maybe looking like he's about to move somewhere? Is he that kind of thing? When in video games,
he's got another 73 pages of that book.
That sort of thing. I think in certain cases in this, we might have to treat it a bit more video gamey than real life sort of D&D, but we'll work it out.
Did you move 5 squares, Aramis?
Sorry?
Did you move 5 squares?
Yeah. I've gone 38 feet.
You got 30 feet, okay. Well, 5 squares is 25. 5, 10. Yeah, that's 30. Okay, right. Oh, you are in the open.
Glyndon, then you're up.
Fine.
So you can move yourself.
I'm going to get behind here. And then do we both need to roll stealth?
I would argue you're not really near anyone at the minute. No, so maybe for the minute you don't have to. I wouldn't. I'd say you don't have to roll stealth. The room in here is quite dark. There is nothing really. There's no real candles lit other than the ones that the guards are holding. The windows on the thing are shut to sort of emphasize to the people outside that the west wing is closed. You might see on the sort of curtains on the other side there might be something like we're sorry to be closed. We'll be back open with you soon, something like that. The guards, like I said, they don't look very regal. They look kind of tired. It is 8:30 in the evening. The sun has gone down. So it's pretty gloomy. And you might sort of hear some of them talking. So I don't think at the minute any of them are going to necessarily move. But you might hear one or two of them kind of talking to each other. Maybe the two that are in your room actually, and one of them just shouts out, "But what if they make it through?" The other one's like, "Oh, could you please just shut up about it? If they make it through, you got a thing on your belt that'll sort that out." What? My gold? No, you're not. Your bloody, your sword, you prick, your sword. Jesus, I should have been a baker. Oh. And they're kind of just having a sort of indescript conversation about something like that. Otherwise, the room is pretty quiet. You can hear some of them just flipping through books and things like that. We'll go back to Aramis.
Okay. Aramis, sounds like other people might be coming in. Sounds like they're worried about that.
You think?
Yeah. Well, I don't know for definite, but
we better act quick, haven't we?
Yeah, best move quickly.
In which case, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 plus a dash, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
With that, I would say roll stealth.
Love to. Where's my stealth?
I cannot
Character
see
sheet.
it. Ooh, 13.
Finest work.
You have just passed their passive perception. One of them might have maybe as you were sort of looking across, you might have been able to see very, very briefly this guard in front of you. He's kind of looking at the bookshelves. He's got one book, and he's kind of just like rifling through the things. Maybe as you kind of slip past, you just scrape something on the floor. Looking down, but you don't really you don't get any other indication that he has maybe heard you. Glyndon, you're up.
I'm just going to move up with a dash behind Oramis. I'll roll stealth for you.
Go for it.
With my divination roll at the ready. Actually, I have terrible stealth. I shouldn't speak too soon.
How bad?
The guard.
This new staff's a bit longer than the other one, so it's like everywhere.
You kind of walk over to you move past the thing. Again, your foot kind of scrapes across the floor, but this is now the second time that something like that's happened to the guards. Like, what? And he begins to turn around over here. Seeing as it's their turn, he'll probably use a bit of his movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Well, this is fun.
He hasn't seen you yet. He's looking over sort of this way, this sort of corner, seeing as the sound might have came from when you were setting off, when you were doing this stuff. He'll be checking this corner soon. He's not in any hurry. Maybe there's rats, maybe there's all sorts of stuff down here, but he's getting quite close. Oramis.
Right. I've heard him move because Glyndon here is not gifted with stealth.
Whatever do you mean?
How did you say I roll? Is it roll to hit, or how do I take down?
It's roll to hit for a quick sneaky little takedown with whatever you're taking him down with. So if it was your fists, it would be if you just wanted to knock him out, it would just be a straight strength roll. If you wanted to use a dagger, it'd be whatever your thing with the dagger is. You get the drill. If it was a sword.
Oh, I should say before you're about to do this, Oramis, that we're kind of going for a non-lethal approach.
Good to know. Alright, so I want to move. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Roll me a stealth check first.
Okay.
That's good.
That's good. He hasn't heard you come up behind him. His passive perception is much lower than that, so he hasn't heard you. He's still sort of he's at the minute. You're still like too focused on whatever that sort of noise was. He's still kind of got this book open in his hand, his thumb pressed on the page. He's going to continue back to reading. Roll to hit, I guess, with whatever you're going for. I'd say with your sword, you can do like a non-lethal. With anything, you can say you're doing a non-lethal.
I'll tell you what, with my, because I'll probably get a higher attack roll, I use the Shadow Blade's hilt to kind of knock him in the head.
Yeah, that's fair. I will allow that for sake of.
Do I get sneak attack?
Sneak attack's the damage, not.
Come on.
Non-lethal?
Yeah, sneak attack's the damage, not to rolling to hit. So give me a roll to hit.
That's not the one.
You sneak up behind him. You bonk him on the back of the head. And for a minute, you think he's about to go down. And then he sort of, what the? And then he collapses.
Oh.
He's knocked down.
Sweet Jesus.
He is considered unconscious. Remember, other guards can see bodies. And
I was
if you're
about to
carrying-
ask if I could.
And if you're
Drag him.
carrying a body, you move at half speed. But yes, you can drag him. If you were to move like your dash to sort of bonus action dash, so if you were to use that to sort of like bonk him on the head, quickly grab his shirt and just tuck him around the corner or whatever.
Yeah, I just wanna tuck him up against the thing, maybe like here. Actually, I'll tell you what, there.
Yeah, like here.
Mhm.
Like he's
And
kinda sleeping or
I'm
something.
laying up. Yeah, I'm laying him up against the thing, so it looks like, and I'm putting a book in his lap, so it looks like he's fallen asleep while reading, and he's shirking his duty.
Such a craftsman.
Roll me a. Oh, what would it be?
Persuasion?
I'm gonna say roll me a. Would it be?
Deception of some sort.
I think it'd either be I'd say performance, to see how well you can prop him up. To see how
Okay.
well you can sort of prop him up. I don't know whether performance would be the right one. Maybe deception.
Are you trying to deceive people?
Yeah, I guess it would be deception. In which case, roll me deception. But I need to do your expertise real quick because I did everything.
More dexterity thing because you're having to physically place him in the right position, whereas performance and things are how charismatic and how convincing a display you give.
Yeah, that is true. But then again, you could argue that it's a thing of
Telling a
how
lie.
you are sort of. Yeah, so you could argue it's a thing of how well you're sort of propping up. How well to you it looks. How convincing the lie looks to you.
Fair enough.
Luke's
to see
Luke's
how-
the real high on deception, so we'll go with that.
That's
You-
more than
you-
fair.
He should have got a 21 on that because I forgot to put his expertise on.
Yes.
What was the other thing you wanted expertise on, Luke? Was it
I think it was-
acrobatics?
Acrobatics,
Deception
yeah,
and
acrobatics
acrobatics.
and deception.
It is
From 11,
absolutely
you got
insane.
21, that's insane.
It is. It's a bit nasty. Rogues are good, man. Like he's got +9. He's got 9 on athletics, 9 on acrobatics, 7 on deception, and 10 on persuasion. Should
If
have
you need
10 on.
anything, do it.
It's just the player that's the issue with Oramis, really.
So you've taken out this guard. You propped him up against. You sort of propped him up against the thing. He looks very much thing. He kind of looks like you've kind of propped him up. He's got his feet to his thing. You managed to hit him in a sort of place where there may be like a tiny bit of blood trickling down from where he's been hit, but nothing of the sort. They would have to roll a very, very high, very, very high investigation to be able to see it. But you've done a very, very good job in your thing. Glyndon, you're up.
So have you dealt with him?
He's gone.
All right, I'll push up. I'll push up to here. Good. I'll push up to that bookcase,
All right.
and I'll wait for Oramis to catch up.
Okie dokie. On the guard's turn. On the guard's turns.
Actually, can I ready an action if he comes around the corner?
That is a
Good thinking.
that is a good use of readying the action. On the guards' turns, these guards in the middle, you might hear them sort of moving around. They're just going to move. They're moving around. A lot of these guys are interested in a lot of these books and stuff. They're sort of reading. These guys are sort of like over here doing their thing. This guy in the middle might move over to like here. And I think this guy here, he's probably just gonna keep on doing what he's doing. He stood there. You can tell. Oh,
While Sam's gone, I'm just quickly going to run to the loo.
Yeah, go for it. Roll for loot. Ah, Sam's back, but Luke's gone to the loo. Indeed. But I was just saying, Sam, this guy's probably going to keep doing what he's doing. He's not really interested in the books. He's not like reading any of the books. He's just looking at the names and looking at maybe some other covers and stuff. And he's just like having a look around and seeing like what useless shit these nobles need to know now. That kind of thing.
Do you see the tables out in the big hallway?
Yes.
Do we get cover like half cover behind them, or
you get half cover behind them? So if they were to roll, investigation, you would have. So say this guy up here by the tables were to turn and see you, turn and look at you. If he was to roll an investigation check, you would get a +2. Whereas obviously, if you were here and he turned, he would be able to see you.
Okay.
Yeah. We will wait for Lucas to get back. That was extremely close. Bit too close for comfort. Would have been very funny. The first guard you encountered. First guard you came across. You got caught. That would have been very funny. All right, he's back. As I said, Luke, this guy is going to stay where he is. We're back with you.
Okay, I'm going to kind of at Glyndon.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do these hand signals and be like,
what the fuck?
I mean, to do that, you'd probably have to be within sight of him. At the minute, you're not. But yeah, what? What the fucking text?
I can hear a lot of whooshing.
So Glyndon has no idea what I'm saying, so I'm just going to go. I'm going to go that way. You come at him from the other side. So
Okay.
I've moved. I've moved 10. So that's 15, and then I'm going to use. Well, I'm just going to. 5. Can I go here and not be seen?
You can go there and not be seen, but you will be rolling stealth yet again.
Oh.
Will I be rolling stealth if I don't go there?
Yes, because you're very, very close to him.
Sorry, Luke, you got this. You got this.
You got this.
Let's hope. Let's hope. Get that divination.
That
It's always
divination roll.
ready. Oh, you don't
But
need
it's
it.
fine because he doesn't need it. Luke has very successfully kind of maneuvered his way around the corner, sleuthing through the shadows like a sleuthy sleuth.
And I'm going to do the same as Glyndon. I'm going to ready an action with my Shadow Blade, not to kill.
Oh, good.
Shadow Blade set to stun.
All right, Glyndon. What would you like to do? A lot
Uh,
of spells and things to use. We also have a new staff that's made of metal to bonk people with.
so if I was to come around this corner, would I then have to make a stealth check to hit this guy?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure I could just Misty step behind him, couldn't I?
I mean, you could, yeah.
Let's do that then.
All right, yes. Yeah,
Bloody wizards.
So you use Misty Step. Does Misty Step require verbal commands?
I'll have a looky. Yeah, it's only verbal. I'm whispering this.
You're whispering it. Oh, do I make you roll stealth for the verbal command? It wouldn't matter much either way, but I think I'm going to. Yeah, yeah. Roll me a stealth.
I feel like it should be a low.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be a fairly low.
Glyndon
It's going to be
shouts.
Is it that low?
Yeah, it's that low. Yeah, I'm confident.
I would probably argue that because you're whispering properly underneath your breath, and it doesn't actually say in the DMG how much, how loud it needs to be. I think it's just as long as it's audible.
Yeah.
I would probably say that maybe just passes, and even if it didn't, he'd be looking towards where you were, not where you now are.
Yeah.
As you are right behind him.
I'm gonna give him a whack with the new dragon stuff.
Yeah, go for it. Roll to
Right. So the first time I got my go ahead staff, I didn't hit anything for like 5 tries. I'm hoping this isn't the same here.
Oh, please tell me Glenn's been training. Oh, he's not been training.
I'm going to replace that with an 18.
Yeah, you're going to replace it with an 18. All right, fine. Remember that your thing only replaces the roll, not the modifier, so your other one would also have worked. But yeah, you replace it with an 18. That's an 8. That's an 18 plus 5. That's 23. Yeah, you've got him down. He's K to the fucking ode. He's down.
Effective.
Yeah, you kind of very nice. You kind of go up behind him, either strangle him to knock him out or whack him on the back of the head. Whatever you do, he's down and out. You slowly lower him to the ground. Easy peasy. Are you going to try and prop this guy up as well, or sort of leave him?
I think I'll just drag him round with the rest of my movement. I'll sort of tuck him round here, just in front of Aramis.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. All right, now the guards. So the guards, after a little while, it's been like nearly a minute now. I'd probably argue in the whole stealthing initiative sort of thing. Maybe this one here is going to go. He's just going to move up a little bit to begin walking. Actually, no, he's going to move this way to sort of begin walking around here. He's maybe just like rifling through some of the bookcases and stuff. This guy is going to move this way as well, looking this way. If you imagine his cone is sort of like looking down towards this big bookcase as well. This big sort of circular bookcase with this thing inside where you can go inside and also have a look through. The other guards really aren't going to do much. What would you like to do, Aramis?
I'm just wondering.
With your movement with the dash right now, I'd probably say you might not need to roll a stealth check because you are a little ways. You're a little ways away from this guy now. So
this is half.
I would argue you probably don't need to roll a stealth check. That is half cover, yes. If you were to get anywhere near this guy, however, you would need to roll a stealth check.
25, 30, 35. I'm just going to say, Lyndon, shall I move up to here?
To where?
To here.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see it, so I don't know if it's safe, but...
So, there's a sort of a table desk type thing out there.
Can anyone see you?
They can't see me right now.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. I would argue you. Let me have a look at where everyone's looking. No, I would argue you maybe don't have to roll. Don't bother rolling stealth. That's probably. I'd argue that's okay. You are a fair way away from each of the guards. None of them are looking your direction, and you used your dash, so you sleuthily moved between the tables and stuff, keeping low under the cover of the place. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. That is that.
Glendon.
I'll use my dash action just to move up behind him.
Fair enough. Guards, this one is going to move.
Oh, it's a good thing he's looking the other way.
Looking about here. This guy is going to be looking about over here. Maybe you might hear some more sort of just indistinct conversation at this point. Maybe just from like a couple of guys like, oh, I can't fucking wait for the shift change. I'm knackered. You know, that kind of random jargon.
Office banter.
Random jargon. However, you might also hear someone saying, "So what is actually down there?" And I was like, "Mate, the less you bloody know, the better. All right, just keep your hand on that. Just keep your hand on your sword."
Oh shit!
Like, all right. And that's about what you'd hear. Oramus.
Just reading something. 1 second.
What are you reading?
Minor illusion. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to move up to here.
Yeah.
And that is all for this turn.
Uh-huh. Oh.
But I have a plan.
I was going to roll stealth for
that. I would say yes, because this guard all the way over here would be able to see. But I'd say you get a roll with advantage because you are behind
this bloke.
This bloke here,
but
he's looking the other way, but
surely.
he probably would hear it. Yeah, no. Roll me some stealth. Roll stealth regularly to see if this guy hears you, and I'll take your advantage roll for this guy all the way over here because he's a fair way away, and you are behind a table. Yeah, you've bypassed the passive perception just. Again, maybe he would hear the sort of scraping of feet along the floor. You know, more sort of interested in whatever's lured him over this way. Were you going to do anything else?
How much movement do you have?
Who?
Glyndon.
Well, I mean, I can move up to. I can move 6. I can't move 60 feet. And then just 60 feet. So I can look at manage.
Okay. Cool. No problemo.
Glendane, you're up.
Yeah. 20. High five. I'm going to move up behind Oramus and hope my check works.
Go for it.
I haven't rolled that well, so this law of averages.
Oh no!
That's atrocious.
Oh shit!
Did you want to replace your roll, or are you good?
What's
a 9 plus 2 is 11.
Yeah, I think we've passed on 11. Do you not think?
No, you passed the last one on 11, right?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll replace that with a 9, Ben, so it becomes an 11.
Okay. For the record, he didn't pass the last one because he used his divination roll and replaced that with an 18.
Oh, fuck.
And as you move, this guy turns. He's heard something. He's heard the scraping of feet across the floor, whether it be a small rat, whether it be an intruder, he doesn't know. He's got his hand on his small short sword he's got in this thing. He's like, huh? What was that? He's going to start to move around this way on his turn.
I don't think he needs to do that.
And he's going to end his turn there because he's just walking.
How many close shaves are we going to have?
Or is he?
5, 10, 15.
No, I'll tell you what. He's also going to make. He's going to make a investigation check actually because he has heard something, and that is the way it goes. He's rolled a 5 plus. What's his thing? 5 plus 2 is 7. That is a 7. He hasn't noticed anything just yet. but he is beginning to sort of look your way. He's about to move around. Maybe he thinks there's a rat underneath the table. Maybe just a book fell over. A piece of paper blew off in the light breeze coming from the windows. He doesn't know. You don't know. The next stealth check you roll will be with disadvantage against him. Aramis.
Could, with minor illusion, I have 30 feet, a range of 30 feet.
Yeah.
If I were to do something the other side of this table, you can kind of see like that's 5 feet there, that's 5 feet there.
Yeah.
It's 5, 10. Could I make an image appear here?
Yeah, so if that was 5, 10,
Wait,
30, yeah. You could definitely make an image. You could make an image appear over there. But remember, there's no sound to that image. And if he's not looking that way, that would be kind of useless.
This is true. I can make a sound.
Tight spot.
You can make a sound.
I can make sound.
You can make a sound.
Oh.
Gotta think quick.
Yeah, 6 seconds or whatever. Can I 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I make a sound around this area here of
what sound?
Like a clucking chicken or something.
a clucking chicken. Damn. All right. Yeah.
Some flapping wings and things like that.
Flapping wings and things like that. That would probably be quite. That'd be quite interesting. If it, So you make the sort of sound of with minor illusion. You make the sound of some sort of flapping wings and things like that. Would I need to roll anything for that, or do I just say he's thinged it? I mean, he would have heard it. A lot of them would have heard it.
Well, minor illusion is a cantrip, right? So Luke can just cast it.
Yeah.
If you can make a noise, then anyone within range of that noise would just hear the noise.
Yeah, they would just hear the noise. So if you were to make it, like flapping of birds or something like that, I guess this guy would probably
really loud, and it's going to attract everyone's attention, or whether he makes it sort of like a shuffly, whispery, distracting.
It's pretty loud. All right.
Like a medium noise.
So you've heard. So you've made this sound of like this sort of flapping kind of chicken. Is there like like
the best you could do under pressure?
is there sort of like chicken?
Is there a more Aramis thing than just panicking?
Is it like clucking or whatever? Or is it just its sort of wings kind of flapping and going?
Yeah, it's like the flapping of wings, but it's like.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, definitely. This guy would. Yeah. If I was in a library, one of the most like, if I was in like, say, I don't know, the fucking Great Library of Alexandria, and all of a sudden the chicken started clucking, I would probably be a bit confused too. So yeah, I would probably argue that this guy would kind of look away for a brief minute. He's taken his eyes off you. He's probably like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, muy bien.
Boy, I'm guessing that's good.
Football.
Football, yes. But yeah, this guy has taken his eyes off you for a brief moment. You've stopped him sort of coming around this corner. He has now drawn his sword. He was a bit on edge when he heard the noise coming from over there, and hearing this.
If you were tense,
chicken,
you would crap yourself if you heard a chicken noise.
Yeah, and he just kind of turned. He's kind of turned around to this like. He just turned out. Shing! What the fuck? Is that fucking chicken? What the fuck? And this guy's probably heard it too. And this guy's also like, what the hell is that? And maybe the people inside of this would have heard it, and they're like, what? So maybe they're going to. Maybe on their turn they would go to move. Nice job, Glendon.
I'll seeing what he's Oris is done, giving us an opportunity. I'm going to
Yeah.
make a dash for the exit. 5, 10.
I'd say as well, you no longer have to make your thing with disadvantage because he's not looking towards you guys anymore. He doesn't think there's anything there.
So
Yeah, you made it.
I'll dash down here.
Oh lord. Yeah, that's fine. You're now by the stairs. I would say that's it. You are at the end of the room. You're safe. In terms of the guards are going to sort of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move up here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Move up here to about 30, sort of with his buddy. These guys are going to turn around and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Begin to sort of look out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Begin to sort of move towards whatever the fuck that was, a fucking chicken or some shit. Whenever Luke gets back, he will have to roll stealth to move past, however, because he is within their cone of...
The thing is, a stealthy boy.
Cone of view. You say he's a stealthy boy. He only has one more stealth than you.
But it's just it's the swagger he does it with.
Luke, you're back. It is your turn.
Right. Okay.
Sam is safe. Sam is now down the. He dashed down the stairs. Managed to move himself down there. He's safe. What would you like to do?
Yeah, joining him at the stairs.
Can you roll me stealth?
One second. Oh no!
Do you want to replace that, Glendon, with anything? Or...
I haven't got anything to replace it with.
Oh no, you don't. This guard.
It's all right.
This guard here was initially, if you think of it like levels of whatever, this guard's like, this guy's like, but this guy here, he's heard noises over here, and he's heard noises over here, and now, actually, you're rolling stealth against this guy to see him. This guy's not even looking towards you, so that I would probably say this guy's now all of a sudden kind of darted his eyes over in your area. And he'll probably begin to move this way to see what's to see what's up. I'm kind of gonna say that if you're running and you fail stealth, they'll probably hear you about halfway into wherever you're going. So, for example, from there, he can't actually see you right now, but he's heard the noise from around that area. So if you kind of look at the arc of where you've ran, you probably would walk sort of around to that arc. However, you guys have made it down to the bottom. No one at the minute can see or hear you. This guy's gonna keep investigating this clucking noise. He's gonna roll investigation on an invisible chicken. He's rolled a 15 plus 2, 17. He has discerned that there is no chicken. Congratulations to him. Fucking chicken. He's still got a sword down. I made some fucking dinner with this chicken. These guys are moving around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're moving around like, what the fuck was that noise? Fucking chicken, wasn't it? They're getting very, very angry. Maybe one of them's like, oh shit, we need to shut the windows. I mean, kind of bloody birds and shit flying in. How did he even get in here? I don't know. I don't think they can even fit through those windows. They're pretty thin birds when you take away all the feathers. Oh, shut up, Reggie.
Reggie.
That kind of indiscernible conversation. And this guy is once again going to move a little further up here.
Can we get out, please? Please.
Yeah, he's just going to make a quick investigation check to see anything. He rolled a 4. He's doing really, really well today. He hasn't seen anything. You guys can get out. You make it to the bottom of the stairway. And the bottom of the stairway, as you can see down there, sort of goes down into this central sort of bit. And the door that's down there, there is a door. If you imagine it sort of kind of goes back then on itself downwards. So the door is on this side. And it's got a chain with a padlock around the front. But also it's got like a chair. So it's got this kind of like bar thing, as well as like a handle. And there's a chair across the thing. There's a chain blocking the front and a chair pressed up against the thing. Whatever's in there, they do not want it to get out. They have blocked this up with purpose. You can move that stuff, and it would be a. You can move that stuff perfectly fine, and it would be a thieves' tools check with Luke to get through the padlock. The quite thick padlock on the chain.
You want to get in there, Clinton?
Yeah, I think this is the big red target.
Okay.
Could you roll better, please? Ooh.
Because obviously, if you didn't get in there, that would be a really, really shit one shot. I'll say you've got in. However, you've broken your lockpick.
Oh no! I'll buy a new one.
You've broken your lockpick. You do have a couple. If someone wants to look up how many lockpicks you actually get in thieves' tools, that would be handy. Because you do get more than one. You do get more than one lockpick in thieves' tools, but you have got in. Your lockpick sort of snap. You manage to open it, and as you're sort of taking it out, it's kind of stuck.
Lockpick.
You don't have a favourite lockpick.
It's kind of stuck, and it snaps, and like, oh shit! The chain drop. You sort of lower the chain to the floor. You move your way in to the doorway, slowly shutting it behind you, and you head further down this sort of set of spiral stairs that leads down. It is dark down here, very, very dark. Oramis, I believe you have dark vision.
I do.
Glyndon.
Yeah, I'm lighting a torch.
Glyndon's lighting a torch.
So you don't want to just hold my hand?
We're not like that.
You're moving your way down the stairwell. There are a couple of sconces and things you can maybe light up down the way. And under the door, there's a door at the very, very bottom. It's not locked, and it's slightly ajar. And under the doorway, and through the slight crack in the doorway, you can see a dim light. There does seem to be some sort of light flickering through there. That would be considered dim light for you, Glyndon. So just make sure that you know that you can't see like to the other end of the room.
I'd have struck that torch up.
And you can retcon that if you want to.
I would have.
But as you sort of make your way down, and you're by this doorway, you can't hear anything at the minute. But then all of a sudden, you can hear sort of footsteps, faint sort of footsteps. You can just hear this.
What does it sound like?
Flickers, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Not in the mood for this.
if you want to place yourselves way down here,
Oh my lord. At what point, Oramis, do we drop the stealth?
that's up to you guys. When you run out of shivs, probably. You slightly open the door ajar, and I can say, "Bottom."
Immediately, then, if you're playing as I do. I was burning through shifts on Abby's side of the Last of Us campaign.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, you do. And I can say, Oramis, you guys would probably be smart enough to move up to some cover. And looking into the room around you, there is something bad has happened. There is blood covering the walls. The torchlight sort of reflecting off the pools of blood that are around. There are dead bodies strung around everywhere. All different kinds of people, nobles and students and all that kind of stuff. Over here, you would have been able to see someone. This very, very skinny figure with these tattered robes over his back, claw marks and blood ebbing from wounds, munching on a corpse that's looking pretty, like bare bones at the minute. They're clearly getting whatever's left off. They're making these horrible noises as if they're finding it quite hard to breathe. A lot of them are eating stuff. If you see it next to a dead body, it is eating. It is quite happy eating things. The others that you would see are sort of like idle, like in The Last of Us, how they just kind of stood there like that. They're either sort of idle or just like aimlessly sort of walking around, sort of nonchalantly doing the stuff. They all look very innocent. On these doors, above every door, you can see different signs, and upon the signs are different things. Each room seems to have a different thing in it. So, for example, the room directly to your right, that would be on the sign it says "Forgotten Plants." On the one next to you, it's like forgotten languages. There's one up here, which is like ancient cities and ancient dialects and things like that. One's up here, which is ancient wildlife, extinct wildlife, things like that. Up here might be more sort of ancient dialects and ancient rumors and stories and things like that. And over here, in this large room to the right, you can see a thing. The sign says "Ancient and Forgotten Gods." This would appear to be where you need to get to. So I'm going to re-roll. Actually, I'm going to keep the initiative because either way they're probably going to be ahead or behind you guys. So we'll stick with Oramus first. What would you like to do?
Can I make an investigation check to see what I know about the undead? Or like a...
That would be a nature check. I would... nature, religion, arcana. Probably... okay, either nature or arcana.
It makes no difference. I have no bonuses on either, so I'll do a nature check.
Okay. From what you know about the undead, and from what you experienced in the very first session of the Ambyr campaign, you would probably know. You would know that undead come about in many forms and for many reasons. Sometimes it is horrible diseases that have plagued the place. Sometimes it's curses bestowed upon people. Sometimes, and often, it's necromancy. You know that in most cases it is infectious. Zombies will work this time a little differently than they did way back at the start, because I was trying to do your first session. I didn't want to infect any one of you with fucking zombie bites. They are infectious. You will turn. You can potentially turn after a couple of hours if not treated. It is treatable with certain restoration spells. Rather,
that's a bit expensive.
As well as
500 gold.
As well as certain cleric spells. Too bad you didn't have your trusty friend Doc, who has abilities to just straight up destroy undead.
You had a fireball, mate.
They are immune to things like poison damage and being poisoned. Things like being charmed as well. They are resistant to it, but they're not immune necessarily. And I need to get my little thing of what they are again, because then I can.
Do you want to
zombie 2.0? Okay.
Stealth this Oramus, or should we go?
That's about it. They also have dark vision.
Okay, good.
That's about it.
The positioning of a lot of these might make it. We could stealth around this way.
What's that?
So we want to get into the trip.
Their challenge rating is below 1.
Okay.
Is below 1. It's half. So below 1.
If we creep around here and take out this one. First,
we can't see.
Which we can't see. No.
You might be able to hear from that direction someone gnawing on something in the corridor. Maybe you can like see the dried blood sort of in the way.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Cause this one is facing into the corner, and this one is facing into the room. That one's eating, so I'm going to try and creep round to here.
Before you go, do you want to hear as well?
Sorry?
Do you want anything from here while we're here, or are we just going for the book on Tiamat?
I mean, I might see if there's anything on Bolus.
Your man.
My man.
Yeah.
While I'm here, and
Your
sea
shark.
monsters.
And what?
And sea monsters.
Sea monsters. That's
Oh.
not the. I would say that's a thing that you could have just picked up in the library any time.
Oh, dickhead. Listen, Oramis doesn't know a lot about books, okay? So he doesn't know where to get things.
I don't know the customs of libraries.
Right.
I might argue as well, because you were a sailor, you know, you have spent most of your time being a sailor, you probably have advantage on nature checks to understand sea monsters and things like that, as you would have spent most of your life on the sea, hearing stories or actually experiencing a lot of the things that are in the sea. So I would say, in terms of your backstory, that's
What were the
something I
rooms
would
again,
grant you.
Ben? What
were the what again?
the rooms? So we had ancient gods, forgotten gods.
Ancient gods, ancient dialects, ancient wildlife, forgotten plant life, and forgotten. I think that was pretty much it.
Okay.
It's also like melded together. Maybe like ancient biographies, old biographies of people that don't exist. You know, that have gone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What would you like to do?
Can we get anything on Aculard down here?
Oh, maybe, yeah. That's true. That's
It depends. Which one is the one that has the biographies of old people? If it's far away, we're not going there.
That would be the one on the other end of the room, way up here.
Oh,
I mean, if we're getting in here, it's not too difficult to sneak across to there.
no. Okay. Well, we'll get on first and then go from there.
Yeah, let's go in there. Okay, so
Alright.
5, 10, 50.
But
Lazarus
Lazarus
currently
is-
exists.
Yeah, he's not
He
really
is
ancient
alive
history.
right now. If you wanted a biography, go up and ask him, or find one.
I don't think we're not on talking terms at the moment.
Not exactly. No.
What's the deal with the zombies? I'm guessing I can't take down a zombie.
You can take down a zombie.
I can.
Zombies, much like people, are, you know, they need to breathe. You could strangle one. I mean, obviously, if you want, I would argue, like, if you wanted to go lethal with a zombie, just straight with a blade would probably do it from behind.
We might as well do a bit of community service while we're stealing. So I've come from here, I think. Was that better?
Yeah.
So that's my 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I can get to there.
Yeah. I would
I don't
say
know.
roll a stealth check. But this thing is eating. It is currently preoccupied, so roll it with advantage. These are
Okay.
dumb, stupid-ass zombies with -2 intelligence.
Wait.
I didn't see that. Yeah, that's fine. You can make it up. You can make it up right behind it. And roll to hit on the zombie.
Oh no.
Sneak attack! No, that's. Oh my god.
See, I really don't know how to rule this. Because on the one hand, you have actually made the thing. You've actually made the cut. A zombie's AC is 8.
Oh.
But on the other hand, you've rolled a natural 1, which is a crit failure. But I would probably argue it's a crit failure, but with that. So yeah, you're fine. You've got it around the neck. It's a fumble, and you've made noise. You've made a lot of noise,
Wow.
but you've done it.
You just passed an AC
In
check.
that,
with
I say-
natural 1.
Yeah,
I would.
Because if you roll a natural 20, you still don't necessarily pass the check. Like if you rolled a natural 20 with no bonuses and the difficulty was 22, you'd still fail the check.
Exactly. So
rolling a
that's
one
why I would
getting
argue.
an 8, I'd argue that you're right.
But because it is a critical failure, I will say that as you take it down, maybe
Taking death,
something has heard you. Maybe one of the zombies has heard you. You can sort of hear one of the zombies just going, kind of.
You're a little
maybe.
too good at the sound effects, by the way.
Thank you. Remember the film World War Z? I was obsessed with that movie. I just kept doing the. I just kept doing the thing like.
Oh.
Sleep well with Ben.
I don't know why. But I always found the bit where he's in the like fridge bit with all the diseases, and he's just jabbed himself with God knows what, and he opens the door. But that zombie, when it goes like with its teeth.
Oh, that was fucking creepy. That was proper. That was a very good bit of cinema. But I would say that this guy over here would have heard, and he's maybe gotten up, and will make an investigation check on his turn. And maybe this guy as well, in the room with you, has maybe heard something. Has maybe heard something. You'll find out on their turn what they do, but you did pass, so it won't be too bad. But maybe it'll just be something you have to work around. But yes, you've taken this thing down. You've taken the zombie down. Congratulations, you murderer.
It's already dead.
It is already dead.
Undead.
Can I loot his corpse?
You can. I mean, yeah. Of course, you can loot his corpse. Roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, sure. Love to.
I'm just going to grab
Someone
my
tell me
water.
where investigation is.
Back in a sec.
Yeah, go for it. It's in skills somewhere.
Skills are in alphabetical order.
Thank you.
12. Add 4 copper.
Yes.
To your thing.
That is just what I wanted.
But maybe you've sort of noticed that the person the zombie is eating is actually a little bit more interesting. Just a little bit more interesting than the actual zombie itself. But you can investigate that guy on your next turn. Unless you didn't know, yeah, you've used up an action. It's a bonus action to do that.
Okay.
It's a bonus action to investigate. Yeah, it would be Sam's go now, but he's off doing that stuff. Oh, he's back.
Will you wrap it up?
I think grabbing some water. It's in the room next door.
Fair enough. Glendon, your turn.
Right.
This zombie has turned. It's stopped eating. At the very, very least, it's stopped eating.
Yeah. How quiet do you think Magic Missile is?
Silent.
Not very.
What do you mean?
You have to make. I would say you have to make a verbal command, and also if you don't kill it, it's going to get hit. As it gets hit, that's like getting hit with anything. It would probably cry out in pain. Maybe not cry out in pain, but it would definitely make a noise.
Okay. Fine.
But I won't stop you from doing it if you want to do it.
Thank you, Ben. That is the basis of D&D.
Kind of go guns blazing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go here, I'm going to have to make a stealth check here.
Go where? Yes.
Because I've seen that
Roll me a stealth check.
I've also heard what Oramus did, so I'm coming in to... And I've seen that this guy's reacted, so I think I'll try and cut out the threat before it starts.
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh, my lord.
Oh, shit.
Hello.
I'm going to hit it.
Yeah. Rolled hit.
Come on, dragon. Oh, that's rubbish.
That does
But
hit.
it does hit. Okay, thank the Lord.
Roll damage. If you can get it in one.
Two-handed, sorry, I should have said. Oh, is there light in here?
There is, yeah. It's
Okay.
it's dim light, but so far as you would be able to see.
Yeah, just two-hand.
Two hand. It actually has to make a con save. Very quick. That's a 3. It fails. Zombie down.
Wait.
Yes, it's that easy, folks. Would that attract anything? I'd probably say to an extent. Actually, there's nothing really. Okay, maybe that would have attracted this guy. So maybe he's now like interested. He's heard something. He's going to move. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15. Move like half his speed, sort of like over here. He can't quite see you yet, but he will. We'll see what he does on his turn. As a sort of reactionary thing, because it's not his turn yet. Anything else, Glendon?
I've moved all my stuff, so no, that's
Who
me.
do things? Any bonus actions? Anything like that? Nope. All right. Zombie's turn. So I think 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to make a 5, 10.
This stealth worked out well, Aramis.
Should have queued an action.
I'd use my action, I couldn't hold it.
I did say as a reaction,
Oh, yeah.
you can try and, when in stealth, you can try and knock things down, but you will have to roll to hit. But it has seen you. Kind of looks, kind of like walks around the corner. Very lumbily kind of walks around the corner. You can tell it's got this huge gash on its like leg. You can sort of see it's like shin bone, and it's like limping, and it does like turn around the corner, turns and just turns and reactionarily waves an arm at you. That's that's 8 to hit. That doesn't hit.
No.
But the zombie has definitely seen you now. The rest of them, maybe not the rest of them, but are there any around that would hear that? Maybe this guy. No, he's all the way on the other side of the room. Like, unless you are go big and go home scene, none of them are going to think. But maybe this guy over here would also turn 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move. That guy there would move all the way down. And this guy is in a completely different room, so maybe not. And maybe these two as well stopped eating. And they're now sort of concerned, maybe. They're sort of like, they're sort of getting up, and that'll be the zombie's turn. The others are way on the other end of the room. They won't. They probably won't do anything. Oramus, your turn. Your friend Glendon has been spotted by a zombie. He's been attacked and slowly. Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to come here.
Yep.
And I'm going to fire a hand crossbow shot.
Oh, is that the trusty
Fire a hand crossbow shot. Roll to hit.
JJ just made a reaction and I don't know what that was for. Oh.
Yes, of course that hits. Roll damage.
Oh, bang.
And do I get shot first? That doesn't give me any damage, does it?
No.
There was a 1d6.
You would get sneak attack.
Oh, you're damn right.
Oh, that's
It's only +7.
That is not great. However, it will have to make a con save once it's reduced to 0 HP, which it just has been. It's a nat 20. It's still up.
Oh,
Fuck off. Do me a favour.
The shot smacks it in the side of the neck, and it kind of crumples into the thing, and you look like it should definitely be dead, and it sort of like stays there for a moment, and then you just like looks
It's like
up,
when you
just
shoot a clicker in the head, you just get that little like 2 lines with a dot in the middle, like stun symbol. So it's
Yeah.
stunned, it's not out. It's like, you bastard, just die.
yeah, but it is now on 1 HP. Feature of zombies. Anything else, Aramis, on your turn?
No.
Glendon.
Oh,
For God's sake, man.
I'm not having a good time.
Glendane.
Yeah.
What are you
so
gonna do?
I've hit. I've missed.
You've hit and you have missed. Yeah, your attack kind of you swing at it, but it does manage to kind of sees your attack coming in lazily, kind of drops. You can see it sort of drops to one knee as the weight on its leg is too much, but it does like slowly limber itself back up to its feet. Anything else? Any bonus actions? Anything like
if
that?
I cast Misty Step to get out of there, will you give him an attack of opportunity?
No,
Okay.
not with Mr. Step.
I'll ping out then.
Where are you pinging to?
25, 30. Just there.
Just there. All right.
Yeah.
You pinged out of its range. It kind of like looks at like kind of feeling the mist. It's like really confused of what the hell's gone on. Hasn't seen you guys. On its turn. Is that everything, by the way? There was no.
Oh yeah.
Nothing else you're gonna do?
Absolutely.
Nothing else you're gonna do. It's gonna have probably noticed that Oramus has shot it in the neck and seen it. It's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This guy in the corner's heard you. Fired your crossbow.
Of course, he bloody has.
And obviously,
those
that
silent
thing
crossbows.
has been 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I've got good hearing, Luke.
5, 10,
The big
15, 20,
twang of
25,
the, string.
30. Well, yeah, big twang of the strings. His friend got hit in the neck and knocked down. That's probably quite a loud.
Friend is quite a strong term for
Okay.
Steady
Okay.
on, chapo.
And then I'd probably say that these two, being in the same room, would turn.
What joke.
They'd turn. I think they'll make investigation checks because they haven't quite
Quiet's
seen.
out the way, Luke.
They haven't seen. Actually, no. You guys are probably stood up right now. And compared to that one this way over there, they have a dark vision to 120 feet. Yeah, you guys are spotted. Good luck. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Magic
25,
missile?
30,
Yeah, I'm
10, 15, 20.
reluctant to cast Fireball because I like books.
Yeah.
Also, remember, the guards upstairs, they're not deaf.
No, but we're quite a few floors down, aren't we? Surely.
True, but imagine a massive fireball going off.
Yeah.
And imagine casting fireball in a room of books. I imagine that probably wouldn't go down
that's why
well
I'm
for
not
any
doing
escape
it.
plan. Good job.
Well, if not exactly. Right. Come on then. Let's be
Good luck. Good luck, lads. This guy is going to roll against you, Aramis. That is a 14 plus 1, 15.
I think that does hit.
That does
Yeah.
it. Roll
14 is the AC.
in some damage. That's 3 damage.
What about if I'm
Uncanny
uncanny
dodge,
dodge it?
that's one damage. This thing
Oh, no.
lazily swings its arm, clips your nose. But it does get another attack. It misses
Good.
with a 4. Fucking 4. And that'll be everything. Aramis, it's your go.
This is zombies on 1 HP.
Yes, it is.
So, preempting these 2 zombies coming at us as well, I'm going to take a disengage as a bonus action.
Yep.
And I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, up to this one. Shadowblade.
Shadowblade, roll to hit.
Done.
Roll damage. 8. How much health do these guys have again? Looks like 10.
7.
9.
Yes. It's 10. So he's not quite dead, but you do get your shadow blade kind of caught, like you catch it right in the stomach, mainly sort of hitting bone more than flesh, but it does kind of like jolt and anything else, Armis? Oh, no sneak attack on that one. Anything else, Aramis?
Nope. I don't think I can do
Excellent.
anything else.
Excellent. Zombies. 5, 10.
Hang on.
Glendon? Is it not Glendon?
Glendon. I apologize. Glendon, what are you going to do?
So I'm going to fire a level 1 magic missile, but I'm going to only fire 1 into the guy in front of me and then 2 over to the guy by Aramis.
Okay. Could I keep roll me some damage? Turn to the one in front of you. 10 into the one over by Aramis. I need to make 2 Constitution saving throws. First one's dead. Second one's also dead.
3. That's
Excellent.
good.
Ben, with zombies,
Yes.
if they're reduced to 0 and they make their Constitution saving throw, when they're reduced to 0 the second time, do they have to make it again?
I don't. It doesn't say anything about that, so I'm assuming yes.
So in theory,
But-
you could end up with like an immortal zombie that just refuses to die.
God's sake.
In theory, I guess you could. I guess it does make sense to have it because obviously there is only so much thing one
Yeah.
can take. So I guess. Yeah,
Yes.
I guess from now on, probably.
Anyone after the first.
Otherwise, it becomes like the what's it called, the Black Knight or whatever it is in is it Monty
Bloody
Python?
Brad.
You can't
Yeah.
hold his arms and legs. Just a scratch.
I'll probably say it can do it once more, but yeah, with disadvantage, and then the third time it's gone. But it is quite high. It is quite a high.
Because it doesn't
check, to
say,
be
so it's
fair.
a bit ambiguous as to whether or not.
Yeah, that's fair.
I thought it'd be quite a cool feature of zombies that they're just, like, even though they're a low CR, they just can potentially just keep staying up.
Well, that's the JJ. There's still a few zombies left to go.
I'm
Let's not.
I'm not
Let's
like,
not.
saying
Let's not.
make it
Let's
hard-
not.
I'm
Let's
not
not.
saying make it
Let's
harder.
not jinx it.
I'm just
No, yeah.
asking. because
I've
it's-
said this before, JJ, but
Shut
ass
the fuck up.
hole.
Sam, anything else on your turn? You fired your magic missile.
Yeah, I will just
Hide?
move. I'll move out here. Just brace for the people coming.
All right, cool. Remember, you can take a hide action on your turn to try and hide from them again if you wanted to sneak back into stealth. Obviously, but it is going to be. Well, you just have to get out of their view. But
Racking up the body count, mate.
racking up the body count. On their turn, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one's going to move over here. This one up here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is moving over here. These two, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Here comes the party, Duke.
Here comes the party indeed.
Can't wait to
That'll be
loot all
pretty
these
much all they can do.
boxes.
That's pretty much all they can do on their turn. Yeah, all they can really do is move. You guys can just brace for a bit of a horde. Luke, back to you.
Bippity boppity.
Bap.
Boo.
Roll damage.
God, it's only a 7. God's sake.
Yeah, you've done some damage again. You kind of like cleave into the side of this thing with your shadow blade, cutting probably into quite a big chunk of flesh. Still alive, just about, does jolt sort of into the wall. Nice hit. Anything else on your turn?
Just disengage and step back a step.
Cool.
As a bonus action.
Yeah. Glendon.
Right, so we're going to cast a level 3 magic missile. I tried this once before, and V didn't let me do it. So,
V didn't let you do it.
I'll cast 1 into the bloke Luke's just hit.
Nice hit. Yeah, he's gonna have to make a con save. That is a 19. He has passed the con save. The magic missile smashes into his gut, and he falls to the floor. But you can just see him like slowly push himself back to his feet.
Yeah, and then 2 into each of the ones approaching.
2 into each of the ones approaching. Roll me the damage. Roll.
Yeah, on level 3.
Roll the damage 2 at a time. So that's 8 and 9. Right. All right. So these guys are on 1 HP. No, one of them's on 2, one of them's on 1. So I'll just make a note of that. One of them's on 2, one of them is on 1 HP. Yeah, these magic missiles kind of slamming into them. It's a bit like in movies when people get like hit by like bullets and shit, like as they're like lazily kind of walking along, kind of crying out at you. This sound now echoing through these through the abandoned library halls. Their turn.
I'll move 1 step back.
Oh, you will move 1 step back. Yeah, I forgot to. So their turn. Gonna take a slash at Aramis. 17 plus 1, 18. That hits. That's 7 damage, Aramis. Could one please take?
I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's.
I think I dodged.
Think you dodged. All right.
It's just a query because so uncanny dodge is a bonus action, isn't it?
Uncanny dodge is a reaction.
Oh, a reaction. Okay.
If this thing was then to move away, he couldn't take an attack of opportunity.
I see.
Speaking of which, that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to kind of smash at you, and then using the momentum of the whack against you, it's going to kind of move just over here.
How much damage am I taking? 3.
You're taking 3. Again, these guys 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. My God, all right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Good luck, lads. That'll be all they can do. Aramis.
Okay. This one here, I'm just going to hit with Shadowblade. And it's fucking going to die this time.
No.
Another 20.
With disadvantage. Doesn't need a disadvantage. Rolled a natural 1. Yeah, this one's dead.
Wait.
That one died. Anything else?
I'm going to move there. Going to move around behind London.
All right.
And
See how it is.
You're the one that brought us into this bloody place.
That's true. It's a long way.
Glendon.
All right, so
These two are on 1 HP and 2 HP respectively.
I'm going to cast another level 3.
3 more. There are 3 more.
I take another level 3 hit. 1 on the 2 in front of me, and then the other 3 on the guy behind that I can see.
Other 3 on the guy. Yep, alright.
So I'll do the first 2 first. 1, 2.
Alright, so that's a con save. First one fails. Second one also fails.
Oh.
That was lucky.
You're racking up the kill count.
I am indeed.
One got a 2 and one got a 9, which plus 1 doesn't get it up to the 12 it needs.
Hopefully this. Let me just input that, and then I'll do 3 on the guy at the back.
3 of the guy at the back. Yep. Roll the damage on that guy.
14.
That's 14 damage. He needs to roll his con save as well. He is up. Still, just smacks him straight in the gut again, kind of falling over, like, kind of falls to the ground, shaking and shivering all over the place, and like just pushes it, like, don't even know how. It's just like moving its arms, but it somehow gets itself back up to the thing, bashing against the bookshelf next to it, fucking in agony and also just pure anger towards you.
I'm fuming.
Any movement?
Yeah, I'm all right here actually.
You're all right. Cool. Then we go to the enemies. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Aramis.
Crossbow.
Finish him.
To this one.
Finish him. Yep.
Oh my lord.
Oh my lord.
What are these rolls?
Well, it's definitely
Very
going to
nicely
con
done.
save.
No, it's not. It's a critical hit to finish it off. It's dead.
Oh well, never mind then.
Critical hit rate or radiant damage kills them outright.
Oh, nice. You shot that one between your legs.
between the legs to between its eyes, and it just cracks through the skull. You can see the blood kind of splatter in the dim light of the candles behind it. Just
don't roll a 1 on that between the leg shot.
oh god, no.
I would
anything else?
then like to take a hide action.
Take a hide action there, of course. Roll stealth to beat their passive perception.
Oh no! It's time for our
What's
favourite line.
Well, you think you're hidden.
Yeah.
You kind of ducked behind this thing, but you're like breathing very, very frantically. You understand the situation you're in. You're very loudly reloading your crossbow. Like jangling all the bolts around and like trying to pull this fucking thing back, but it's not quite. It's not quite having it. But they can't see you, so. Glendon.
I'm going to move in front of that one. That's all 30 feet of my movement.
Oh shit!
And I'm going to hit him with the staff.
Whackety whackety woo.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the hit. Roll me some damage, my friend.
Right, so I'm also using a push, and this should push it into the other one.
That should push it into the other one, yeah. It needs to roll a strength save.
An awful two-handed hit.
It is an awful two-handed hit. Strength save, that's 10. 10 against your spell save. I'm guessing that fails.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely fails. It whacks into the other one. It does only take 4 damage, so it's got 6 health left. It sort of flies back into its friend. Probably going... How far is that? It doesn't take any extra damage because it doesn't have any more thing to move. But if that's 5, 10... It's 10 or 15 feet it moves.
I'm going to check, but I thought it was 15.
It might be. It probably is 15, but
it's in magic items, isn't it?
It is in magic items, yeah. So that's stuff does one.
Yeah, up to 15 feet away.
15 feet away. Okay, it takes another d6 damage, whacking into its friend because it still has 5 feet of movement left to go. It takes 1 more damage. That's unfortunate. But it does fall prone and probably knocking into the other its friend. So does the other one. You got 2 prone zombies knocked into each other. Kind of knocks into it. Both kind of fall into the floor, scrambling around each other. It's quite the Laurel and Hardy situation. Their turn. They're going to get up 15 feet of movement, and then this one's going to move 5, 10, and have a go at you. And this one's going to get up 5, 10, 15, and also have a go at you. First one comes at you, misses. Second one comes at you, hits. This time, doesn't go at you with its. Doesn't actually go at you with its hands. Comes teeth bearing.
Does
first.
So it hits me, yeah.
Hits you.
Can
you
I
make
roll?
me
Can I roll shield as a reaction?
You can roll shield as a reaction, and that would prevent it. Yes.
Okay.
Wait, no, yeah. Shield is a reaction,
Yeah, shield is a reaction.
and it
I
adds
didn't know
3
it
to
worked
you.
against...
Yeah, and it adds.
Oh, it adds to your AC, doesn't it? Not.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking of
So
counter.
as you-
I was thinking of counterspell.
So as
that-
this thing,
It adds
So
5
you-
to my AC.
you dodge out of the first one's like just weak kind of arm like flail around you, and then as the second one tries to take advantage of the fact that you're like dodging this attack, and it just comes like teeth bearing down on top of you. You cast the spell. This sort of like transparent shield comes up in front of you, and this thing comes teeth bearing towards you, and you can just see like it cracks half its teeth on the shield, breaking the back of its jaws. It comes in and drops down. Jaw just like limply hangs
Oh, that's
there,
nice.
but it is still up. It is still up.
horrible.
That wouldn't have done any extra damage, but it is kind of still there. It's like it's really confused, like kind of like what the fuck? How didn't I get you? Yeah. Nice use of shield. Ormus.
Sneak attack.
In the end. Sneak attack.
Sneak
Roll
attack
it.
with the Shadow Blade.
5 plus sneak attack.
3d6.
3d6. I think that would have killed it anyway. No, because it hasn't been hit, but that definitely would thing it. Needs to make a con save. 13. It passes. It is alive on 1 HP. It kind of slash straight across things. This zombie's kind of chest, and it like seems to like stumble back a little bit. This is the one with the broken jaw, and his neck. Like you hack at its sort of like neck, and it looks like it's just going to sever completely off. And it kind of comes back, and it just kind of comes back and looks at you like that.
Nearly headless Nick.
Pretty much. Bonus actions, anything like that?
Could I have a bonus action to kill it? No, I'm joking. That's me.
That's you done? All right. Glendon.
So that one on the right, I'm guessing that's low HP.
That
1
is
HP.
1 HP. It is
The one on the left.
very, very low. One on the left it's still up. It's taken a battering from
Is that the
your
one I hit? Yeah.
thing, but it definitely looks bloodied.
Okay.
It definitely looks bloody.
I'll do a level 1 magic missile, 1 onto the guy on the right and 2 on the left.
Okie dokie. Roll me some damage.
So this is the one for the guy on the right.
4. Yeah.
And then these 2 on the guy on the
Con
left.
save.
9.
9. Need to make a con save for
I
him
hope
as
it's
well.
tonight on the magic missile.
And both of them go down.
Wait.
The magic missile spins above, smashing into the both of them. The one on the right, kind of finally, it's like they're like looking Oramus dead in the eye, and then all of us like staring Oramus dead in the eye with this sort of undead stare of its like blank white eyes, and then all of a sudden just of magic missile that just collides with it and knocks it into the table. The other one, taking just 2 straight into the gut, collapses. The room falls silent.
Thank the Lord for magic missile.
You've been bitten.
Blood stains the floor and everything like that. Fortunately, none of you were bitten, and I guess now you have like free reign to go around. We can step out of initiative if you guys just want to look. If you guys just want to look around and make whatever checks.
Want to loot the bodies?
Loot the bodies.
Oh my lord!
That's
a nat 20.
Nat 20 investigation. I'd say it would take you a little while, but yeah, if you wanted to investigate to loot the bodies, that's okay. I'm gonna do a.
That's for books, by the way, Ben.
That's for books. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 12 D4. 25 copper.
Wow. All right.
Or you can swap.
Nat
Or you can
20.
swap that to 2 silver and 5 copper. However, that's not all.
Okay.
But we'll go back to we'll go back to you, Luke, as you have that in. Sam, investigating books. You find quite a bit of books with a investigation.
Quite a
21.
bit of
You
books.
find quite a bit of books. You do find a lot of books on languages. You find a lot of books on the Forgotten Gods, but you definitely out of the corner of your eye you see something titled like the Diary of Dolus, a thief's guide to their eternal deity, something like that. If you wanted to take something like that, you
I'll
could.
take that for my friend. That's
However,
painless.
in the place, you don't necessarily see anything. Jumping back to Oramus, looting the bodies. First body here, this one down here, looks like a worker. Looks like a guy who works for the thing, wearing the similar robes to the librarian you saw earlier on. He's been half eaten. His like guts and stuff spewing everywhere. Don't need to get into that. But on him he has a note. He does have like this small like burlap sack around him, and in the sack is this little note. And on the note is a small checklist. First up I meant to draw out this checklist, but I never did. First thing on the checklist is like a dust, wipe down tables in upper floor C, check. Move stock A into whatever, check. And then another one that's checked is move Ancient Gods 114 to 134 down to restricted section, check. And then a little like handwritten note after that, just the thing into like RIP my back kind of thing. And the final thing is collect Diary of Count Orlok and give to librarian. And a little note off that saying, what does that fella from Blackwind want with that creepy old dude?
Oh.
Someone can add that to their just call it librarian notes, and I'll make sure to actually make the actual notes have a visual representation as well.
Add that?
Yeah, well, that's
Sure, I'll-
interest.
I'll go over and show it to Clinton. Watch like, here, look what I found.
And on this body over here, Aramis, this blue one over here, that's not actually an accurate depiction of what it is. The actual body is a body dressed in black robes, a hood, and a sort of scarf that comes around the front of their face. They're a tiefling. You can see they've sort of concealed their horns in these hoods, and they wear this sort of wrap around their arms. They have some thin leather armor beneath, and you can see that on their belt is this small, like, silver sigil. Sigil is a dagger with a snake wrapping around the blade. On the person, they have a short sword with that sort of like curved blade that goes around, and you can see on their wrist they have another item as well. You're kind of looking at this, and you're kind of looking and inspecting this quite fancy bracelet. It looks like quite an ornate bracelet, the same sort of thief sigil kind of going over the thing. And as you're looking at it, you seem to accidentally activate something, and a similar small curved blade comes out of the bottom.
What?
A concealed blade of some sort, which you're free to take if you want to. You can take anything from this person.
Absolutely.
And you can also pick up 3 silver.
I know which one you're more excited about.
The silver? No. I will absolutely nab that.
Yeah. I will add a hidden blade. I will add a hidden blade thing.
Concealed blade, can't call it a hidden blade.
Okay.
Copyright for the stream.
Concealed saber. I'm going to call it the concealed saber, and we're going to roll with that.
Concealed saber. That makes it sound like when it comes out, it's going to be this like 2 foot.
Remember Deadpool from the Wolverine movies, where he just
Oh,
extends his
yeah.
claw and it's just this entire katana comes out of his forearm.
It is a versatile weapon. It does piercing damage. It does 1d6 plus dex. And the interesting thing about this blade is that it can be used as a bonus action.
Oh, nice.
So as a bonus action, you can just quickly at a baddie.
Stab.
At a baddie.
Stab. Douche.
Just a very quick at a bad guy. I don't know why I'm adding one
makes attacks with his crossbow, and then it's like, oh, and as a bonus action, I do this. Like, they're 20 feet away, Aramis.
So have you got a buckler? You got a buckler on one wrist and
yes.
blade
I
on
was
the
gonna mention that if you want this, that's fine. You can take that off. However,
You can have it one on each wrist, surely.
yeah, probably.
What's that, sorry?
Yeah.
You've got that
You can
buckler,
have it on one.
Yeah.
On it. You can have sort of one on
your
each
wrist is
wrist.
doing all the work.
No, that's
No
right.
comment.
Okay, no. If you want to use it as a bonus action, you have to get rid of the buckler,
Oh, piss off.
because how would you attack and then use a hidden blade on the same arm?
What? Hang on a second.
I guess
If I've got one on my right hand, can I not have it on the left?
Well,
If the buckler's on your right- if the buckler's on your right.
hand. So you have the sword
Yeah.
on your right, the buckler on your left. If the sword is in your right, how are you then making a wrist blade attack if you've already got...
No, it's on the right hand, and the sword's in the right hand, so it's then in the left.
I mean, there are other ways you can get the same AC. Like you can buy like better armor and stuff. Like studded leather costs like 45 gold, something like that.
Well, we'll come back to that.
We'll come back. We'll come back to that. But also, it gives you a critical hit on any enemies that are surprised. So any enemies that are surprised or anything like that, it gives you a crit. Handy little weapon. Has to make you think about what you're going to do with your bonus actions.
Oh.
So,
You've
what
done
would you
alright out of
guys
this, Aramis.
like to do now?
It's payment.
Yeah. Did
By
you
helping
find
a friend.
What would you guys like to do now?
Did you find
did not
the book you were
find.
after?
You did not find the book you're after. However, he said that he moved. However, the thing said he moved ancient gods down to the restricted section. The restricted section being a door that you can see up here, way up here.
Right, can we go that way, but see if there's anything on Akinard in the other room?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. I'll just I'll take your rolls for. Oh no, that's a 19. Yeah, there is definitely stuff about Alucard, about his revolution. His revolution was a long and bloody one. He himself was a bit of a tactician. Like I said, he was a warrior and an adventurer. So he was he was very, very good at a lot of that kind of stuff. There is maybe a little bit on vampires in that sort of section, telling you a lot of their weaknesses and telling you some of their weaknesses and how they got around them. For example, clerics and paladins were very, very useful in this revolution to sort of use their radiant damage, their divine smites, and their radiant stuff to take down the revolution. Yeah, big up the clerics and paladins, man. They were sort of like the front. They were sort of the frontline fighters. They were sort of like the frontline fighters. But his revolution did cost Ambyr quite greatly, and it meant a sort of ever since then, it's been a sort of like custom that the lords are, like vetted. Like they make sure that they're the right person before going into doing stuff like this. Well, obviously, since then they found the continent where he went and actually got infected, and they made sure that was cleared out. So ever since then, vampires aren't as popular a thing. No one really knows where they are anymore.
Vampire genocide.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my
It
god!
went
I want
to the-
to play in the Ambyr spin-off where we take part in the invasion of the Vampire Island.
I mean, that would actually be kind of fun. But yes, there is a lot of information on Alucard. Like he was like 40 odd, like 30, 40 odd when he passed. He gave his spirit away. The guy who took his spirit was hung and buried without a grave. It was a necromancer, and he was caught and hung and killed. Wasn't given a grave or anything like that. Just like thrown out to sea, kind of thing. He himself was a quite powerful wizard. Who was famed among the college. Maybe Glyndon, you would like recognize it, but necromancy is banned, very, very, very much banned in Ambyr. It's like, do not. This is like some dark shit. Don't get into it. Yeah, so you'd probably find that you can add a book on Alucard to your inventory as well, and we can move on to the next room. Move on to the restricted section. It seems like the door is already open down to the restricted section. There are bloody scrapes along the door itself. Like, you know, there's like breaks in the door and things like that. And it's already open. And you take this stairway and you twirl down the stairway all the way into the final room.
I mean, I know Aramis walks with flair, but I don't know if he twirls.
Oh, what is this?
The Rat King.
You
Piss, mate.
I don't have any pipe bombs.
None of you do. Aramis, whenever you're ready to put your character on there, you can put your character down next
So
to
where have you
down here. You've come in down here, just at the very, 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 very bottom down here. If you imagine like this middle bit is the door.
What monster?
Establishing dominance.
Establishing size dominance. You kind of walk into the room, and over in the corner you can see these two zombies like picking apart this body. In the corner you can probably see that, and the same thing happening. And over here you can see this rather large zombie. It's not necessarily that the person itself was large. It wasn't like an ogre that got infected. It does very much seem like a person, but they were just like, they were probably quite a tall person, but they have been infected so bad that they seem to have like mutated out these sort of like cysts and bulges all over their body that just look almost like burned in places and pussy and bruised and all sorts of gross, disgusting crap. Like bits of like new muscles seem to have like grown in places to make certain parts like just absolutely massive. There is a identifiable figure there, and like, you know, like its legs are still like, you know, human sort of sized legs, and it sort of like lumbers around on this now quite fat, bulbous thing, and it kind of just like it's kind of like just staring at a bookcase, like it's sort of like Idler's head sort of resting up against the bookcase, like kind of thing like that. They haven't seen you, nor did they hear the commotion that was going on upstairs, because you did go down a staircase. It did seem like the restricted section would have been and should have been locked quite tightly. There's a lot of locks and stuff on the way in that seem to have been bashed open and knocked open and stuff and left open. It also seems like this monster has the remnants of robes. Glyndon, you might recognize them as the same robes that you used to wear as a student down back in the day,
Back in the 80s.
So whether it's a student's experiment gone wrong or whatever, you don't know, but clearly something is afoot here. What would you like to do? You haven't been seen yet, nor has anything heard you come in. We are back into stealth.
RS.
Are we in
Stealth.
okay, we're in stealth, we're not in initiative.
You are in initiative.
Okay.
You're on initiative. But yeah, they haven't seen you as of yet. What do you guys like to do? You can re-roll initiative if you'd like to as well. I don't really care.
Just before we start, I'll just say that I've taken off the armor thing on the wrist.
The buckler shield thing.
And I've put on the hidden weapon.
The concealed blade. Hidden
concealed
weapon.
blade.
Whatever you want to call it. Let's just not.
My AC is now 13.
AC is now 13. Perfect. All right. Yeah, awesome.
I have a plan, Aramis.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking.
I can take out these two on my own.
No, I was going to say I can cast invisibility on myself, go and pick up the book, and then we'll just get the hell out of here.
Alright, if you want to do that.
Another thing I should probably mention, as is the restricted section, all these books, if you kind of remember from stuff like Doctor Strange and stuff like that, the books are sort of like chained down. They are sort of chained in place with locks on each of the unlocks and on each of the things. They don't look like massive locks, but they are, like chained down and stuck there.
Alternatively, I could turn you invisible, Aramis, and you could go grab the book.
Oh yeah, I see. Throw me in.
You're a better lockpick.
Better lockpick. Still makes sound though.
Yeah, I can try and kite him away.
Yeah, you still do make sound, so getting up close to these things would mean that they would, you would still need to make a stealth check to see how kind of quiet you are. But you would get an advantage because you are stealthy. And even then, they wouldn't see you. They would just think, shit, something is this way, kind of thing. Is what you could probably surmise from guesswork of being invisible.
Do you always turn invisible and you can try and get it? Oh, and then I'm happy to try and kite them over here. Over to the far right.
Yeah, let's do that.
Awesome. Right, I'll cast invisibility on Luke then.
Cast invisibility on Luke. Luke, you are now invisible. What are the things of being invisible? Is there any way that they can find him again? I guess is the.
I think if he touches anything.
If he touches anything.
Invisibility. I think the invisibility. It should say in description, Sam. The invisibility is the spell.
Yeah, reading it. The target is wearing or carrying invisible as long as it's on the target's person. Spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. So you can't
attacks or cast a spell,
basically.
Okay. Okay, Aramis, you are now invisible. If you want to find where the book is, roll like investigation. You're gonna find it no matter what, but it just depends on how long it takes. So maybe things will move places. So yeah, if you do want to just quickly roll investigation, or is that the one you just rolled?
That's the one I just rolled.
Okay. Yeah, 12. You know that it is over here.
Oh, of course it is.
Over here, you can maybe see a thing of like ancient god, just like a little thing off it, just saying like ancient gods, like restricted ancient gods kind of thing.
Okay.
Right, let me move around and I'll try and make a distraction.
Okay.
So I can get there.
Seeing
check, can't I? But
yeah. You're sort of far enough away. And then Luke, you can if you're not going to do anything else, Luke, you can freely move up to the thing and just make me a stealth check as you go past the big the big and the little one.
Okay.
9. They definitely hear something.
you said he gets advantage, didn't you?
That is true. That is actually very, very true.
21.
No, you're probably
Out of
right.
the frying pan.
Maybe the zombie who's eating something maybe like kind of looks over for a minute in sort of thinking like maybe he's heard some kind of footsteps or something along those lines, but it definitely hasn't. It definitely hasn't started anything up. While you're moving over there, this big guy, he's gonna take some thing. Actually, why don't you finish off your turn and roll me a Thieves' Tools check for me, please.
Thieves tools, thieves tools. What you
Oh, you're-
gonna do?
These tools, these
wrong, you're
tools.
Oh my god.
Again, we can say you did it. However, you break yet another lockpick. I think you started with. Did you ever research how many lockpicks you actually
I had a
have?
look. It says it's a set of tools. It doesn't specifically state an amount of lockpicks, and anything I said anything that says an amount is a homebrew type of ruling. There's no official ruling on a number of lockpicks.
Let's say I have
we can probably say
5.
that you had like 5. Yeah, we can probably safely then assume that you had we can assume you have 5. And again the lockpick breaks within the lock, and as you open it, the chain heavily lands on the floor. The sound of the chains and the lock hitting the floor sort of echo throughout the room, and you can hear some of these things are now sort of interested. Maybe one of them will move, or sort of like start looking that
Can I
way.
cast a minor illusion, Ben?
You can cast a minor illusion, Sam. What minor illusion would you like
A chicken.
to cast?
The chicken. We're going to have a session 10 weeks down the line, and it will be a situation like this, and you'll cast it as a chicken, and Matt will just go, "Why are you doing that?" And we'll go,
You weren't there, man.
"You weren't there, man." I'd like to make a noise,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it would just be like a loud, very loud shrieking just here.
Just went out just in front of you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just in
this like
front of you?
loud sort of
Well, I'm putting the
this
way.
loud shriek echoes throughout the place, like piercing into every single corner. It's like a loud woman's like shriek of shock, and all of a sudden, every single one of these things dart towards you, or at least dart towards the area. And is that everything you're going to do in your go, Sam?
Well, yeah, I've done all my movements. So.
Yeah, and then these things are going to then move towards this thing. It'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Kind of looking towards this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Suffice it to say, you're probably spotted
Oh.
by now. As not only can this guy see you, but this guy can see you, and maybe that one would as it comes past. We're going to move back up to Oramus. Oramus, you have the book. You have a book titled... entitled The History of Tiamat the Great, the long-forgotten Queen of the Dragons.
Okay.
If you want to add that to your inventory.
Was that even what we came here for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
What else did you think you'd come?
He didn't care. He lost interest once he got his blade.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's a bright red book with this sort of like metallic sort of like engraving of this dragon with 5 heads, sort of each blaring out a different sort of a symbol of element. 1 fire, 1 thunder, 1 acid, 1 poison, and 1 cold, or like a frost symbol. What would you like to do?
It's probably the dumbest thing Oramus has done to date.
No, you cannot open with that because that's bad.
You've been spotted.
I've got a plan. Trust me.
But I really want to test out my new blade. Nah,
Also,
seriously.
bear in mind this big thing is a much higher challenge rate. Yeah, a bit bigger.
How much
Oh,
more
no.
damage?
Automatic crit on a surprise attack.
I know this is my thing, and I have
You-
hand shot first, and I have the bonus, and I have sneak attack. So
Sneak attack.
I'm doing it.
Automatic sneak attack crit.
I'm doing it, Ben.
He's doing it. All
I'm
right.
sorry,
he's doing
Sam.
it. Roll,
Sorry.
roll to hit with whatever you're attacking it with.
Well, for hand shot first, which gives me 2 attack rolls.
Hand shot first gives you advantage.
It gives me +2 to my initiative roll. Any enemies you attack have not yet attacked. You take have not yet had a turn. Take crit damage. Roll 2 attack rolls.
Okay.
I believe
But
that's
you're
just
doing-
telling you what a crit is.
Hmm?
Yeah. That's just telling you what a crit is. That's not.
Okay. Well-
Also, if you were doing a hand shot first with your crossbow, because it only counts with your crossbow, in this range, that would be a disadvantage anyway. 'cause it's
All
within
right.
5 feet.
Fine. I'll shadow blade it.
Shadow blade it.
I mean, isn't this the whole point that you get the automatic crit by using the surprise
Hidden
feature
blade.
of the hidden blade? If you hit it with the shadow blade first, you then lose the element of surprise.
If you
Okay.
hit it with the
Bonus
shadow
action.
blade, you'll get
Bonus
advantage.
action to conceal blade with crit.
Okay. Would have been a crit anyway because you had advantage because you're in surprise. Roll damage. 9 + 4. Roll sneak attack.
I mean, you've done some damage, my man.
Isn't
You
the
have
crit double sneak attack as well?
No, I don't believe so.
I thought crit was you double every dice that you roll for damage. So things like, so if you crit as like a divine smite paladin, you double all the divine smite dice as well and stuff like that.
This is
So-
the kind of help I like, JJ, when you start
So
correcting
like a
rolls and
paladin,
things.
so a paladin that crits with divine smite, if a divine smite is something like 3d8, if you crit with it, it then becomes 6d8. So I would assume sneak attack would benefit from the same. And so
You are right. Any dice that are part of an attack's damage are rolled again on a crit. So roll 3d6 again, Luke. Because fucking hell,
Oh,
my guy.
yeah.
Okay,
this is why I was trying to point you towards the critical hidden blade.
Thank
because
you.
You've
that's
just
less
done
good. However,
33
that
damage
is-
on a single attack. And you've still got your main
33.
attack
I still
action.
have my attack, yeah.
I'm regretting giving you a hidden blade. Roll.
Luke's going to roll
for
a
your-
1 on initiative and be like, nobody move if I get a stealth attack first.
Oh, and you've hit the shadow blade as well.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll damage. 8. And then you've done 8 damage with that, which means it's
Hope you're proud of yourself.
fucking
I
hell. Man's happy.
I
Yeah,
can't
you
wait
wanna-
after doing all that damage for Ben you to turn around and say it's a one-hit KO.
It's
from
not a
the,
one. It wasn't a one-hit KO from any of that. It's still up.
No, I meant that has a one-hit KO on me.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll get round to that.
Well, Oramus, I won't be here to find out. See you later.
Yes, Aramis has run up
I've got your
behind
book.
this thing
That's
using his hidden blade. He's like leaped at this thing, smacking it straight in the back. The small curved blade going straight into its spine. It hollers in pain. You can see these you can see a lot of blood like seeps from it. You're not sure whether it's blood or this like pus seeming stuff that comes from its wounds and its sort of growths and everything. And it does like howl out and just pulls it out, quickly unsheathing his shadow blade, cutting it straight into its back again, causing, even if that wasn't enough, even more damage. And it would definitely turn around to you. Anything else, Aramis, on your turn? Not that you can do anything.
I have nothing else that I can do.
Glendon.
So I was going for the slightly more Let's just distract and get out of here.
You deny Aramis the chance to
I'm
use
going
his
to
new toy.
You're going to cast what?
Hypnotic pattern.
Hypnotic
Ooh.
pattern. What does that do?
What's
You
this?
create a twisting pattern of colours that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. And while charmed, they're incapacitated and have a speed of 0.
Is that so? I'm assuming that would then mean that just for that turn, they are.
Oh, that's concentration for a
incapacitated.
minute.
Oh, concentration for a minute. Wow,
Yeah,
you can
hypnotic
basically just
pattern is really
incapacitate.
powerful.
Basically, just incapacitate people. All right.
I'm
What's the
guessing if I
DC?
pop it here, everyone can see.
Yes. I'm
Spell
assuming it
save
doesn't count
40.
against friendlies as well. Like, obviously.
Oh, probably not. I hope not.
If you
It
don't
should
get
say
the-
whether or not you
I
can.
can shake
It
it
should
out.
say choose people to not be affected.
Doesn't say anything. It just says each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving
Good luck,
throw.
Aramis.
Oh,
But I can
good
shake
luck
them out
out.
afterwards, so that's fine.
Yeah, good. Oramus make a wisdom saving throw, and all of these things are going to wait. So where's the exact thing of the thing? Are all of these captured?
Yeah, everyone can see it, I think.
Are
Okay.
you in it, Glendon?
Yeah, I'm casting it.
Yeah,
but are
he's
you
casting
in
it, so I'm assuming.
No, you don't have to be in it, you just have to see it.
Okay, so
What's
so these.
what's my
DC's
wisdom save
40.
against?
Glendon's spell save. So you passed. You're fine. Zombie 1 failed. Zombie 2 passed. No, failed. Sorry. Zombie 3 passed. Zombie 4 passed.
Which one's the big one?
Incapacitito. Oh my god. I can't get the thing to press. There we go. Incapacitito. The other 2 are still up.
from the wording, I would assume it only affects anyone that's inside the cube.
But it's a 30-foot cube, so all of us are inside.
Yeah, it's a 30-foot cube.
Yeah, so
and
if he
all of
puts
you.
himself in the cube, he would then have to save against his own
But
spell.
I'm
once he
assuming that
cast
because
it.
he's the one that casts it. No, but I guess
I mean, it has a
But again,
range of 120
That is true.
feet, so I would. My interpretation
It's like
of
a
it.
it's like a flashbang in Siege. You're throwing it, so you know to look away. So he's just there, like hocus pocus.
So 2 of them are
yeah,
passed. Or
two of them have passed. I'll allow it for now that Sam's not a thing, and we can look into that at a later date. But 2 of them are passed. The larger one and one of the smaller ones are still up, both rolling an 18 with a -2 wisdom as well. That's not great. Anything else on your turn, Glendon?
that's everything. I've moved 10 feet, I think, for that, so I'll do 5, 10, 15, 20, and then say, Oramus, let's get out of here.
Good idea, because on the zombie's turn, this thing is going to turn to Oramus and just scream, like fucking yells out, like vibrating, like you can hear like the chains rattling as this thing screams out at you, and it's going to make 2 attacks. That one fails. That one will pass. Where's my D10? There we go. That's 1, 1, 7. All right, that's 9 damage, Aramis.
I'm gonna dodge.
You're gonna uncanny dodge, so that's halved to 4. And this one here is going to move over to you, Glendon.
Mhm.
Ready with its teeth bared.
Oh,
Teeth bared. That definitely hits.
Can I
Did you
cast
want-
shield as a reaction? That's all my spell slots.
It got
Oh,
It
shit.
got a 19 plus 1.
Okay,
So unfortunately,
that still
that
hits.
still hits. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw? As its teeth sink into you, you feel this
Zombie bite, zombie bite,
necrotic
zombie bite.
necrotic energy
Oh, get away.
You have, however, passed.
Oh, thank goodness.
God damn it.
He has passed, and also because this is a one shot and you got like an entire year left. I mean, I think even just getting bit by, unless you got bit by the first zombie that came up against you, it probably wouldn't have major ramifications.
Oh, that would be so funny, though.
But that'll be all their turns.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. Just me up with Glyn. Glyn, you're looking a bit sort of like green around the edges. You feeling all right? Or has got him like on a lead, like Shaun of the Dead. Yeah.
Ormus.
How is this big boy looking?
He's looked better. He's not looking so dead, but he's looking.
Oh,
he's looking.
let's just get out of here.
Yeah, he has looked better.
I mean, I'd hate to, pass up on the opportunity to kill this player, as he doesn't look as dead as I was hoping. I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dash, and I'm gonna surprise attack with the Shadow Blade. Not with the Shadow Blade.
The unnecessary kill on the way out.
That wouldn't be a surprise attack, but it would be advantage because you've got flanking.
But I get a surprise attack when enemies within 5 feet of.
Do you mean sneak attack?
Yes, sorry, sneak attack. Sorry,
sneak attack. Yes, concealed blade 7. That doesn't hit.
Attack of opportunity.
Oh yes, that 11. Yes, that does hit. Roll damage. 4. Roll sneak attack. 13. He's going to make a quick check. 13. He is up.
The big zombie should have made an attack of opportunity.
Oh, the big zombie should have made an attack of opportunity. You are right. Thank you very much.
Did Luke use disengage as a bonus
Oh
action?
no!
disengage
disengage as a bonus action.
Then if he dashes, he can't attack because.
Didn't
Oh
dash.
yeah, dashing is a no, yeah, because he makes it there with
dashing is your. You
his...
can dash with a bonus action, or you can disengage with a bonus action. You can't do both.
So disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 movement would. That would get in there because disengage 30 feet, dash 30 feet.
He's gone really close to the bookshelf.
Yeah, I've stayed right across the bookshelf.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think I see a
Can I do that?
There is no way you're making that on a single 30-foot movement.
No.
15.
No, there isn't.
25. 30,
No, because disengage isn't movement, is it? Disengage is just the act of disengaging. Yeah, no. So no, unfortunately,
just hit me then. Go on, kill me.
None of that. You wouldn't make it there. But I'm gonna roll difficulty against you with this thing. I am also gonna not
just
have
don't hit him.
do. I mean, Ormus, you can. I'll say you could. No, because you.
I've rolled the attack.
The action of.
I've rolled the attack. We'll go with it.
That would be no. Okay, so you rolled the attack, but you couldn't have made the attack in the first place because you couldn't have made it there. Because if you used your bonus action to disengage, or did you use your bonus action to dash?
I used my bonus action to dash.
Right. Okay, so it does make the attack.
So he gets an attack of opportunity.
Right. Okay, so that attack hits. Shit. 8 plus 8 plus 6, 22 damage.
Bloody hell!
And I can't.
Do you see why I want to get out of here now?
I can't uncanny dodge, can I? Because it's a.
I mean, uncanny dodge.
No, you can't because
I used it on the.
You can't take a reaction.
A reaction.
Yeah. Also, he used it against that thing's attack. So.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
22.
22.
Are you sure?
That's 3d8. He rolled 2 8s and a 6.
Oh dear. Are you down?
I'm on. No, I'm on 10.
Oh, that's fine. Let's just get out of here.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
I suppose you're a wizard. You're used to playing with about 10 HP.
Oh, I'm up to 30.
Did that zombie? Does that zombie die, or did he survive the cost?
He passed. He's alive. He's alive.
Dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed.
Rip.
So earlier on when I said, "Do you guys want to buy anything?" Did you not think, "Oh, we don't have our healer"?
Oh, we've been stealthy. We were being stealthy.
You were being stealthy.
Is it my go?
Anyway, it is your go, Glendon. What would you like to do?
Pray for Glendon's attack roll.
Well, it's got advantage.
I mean, the door is right behind you.
Yeah, but I've got to get this guy dead, and he is.
Yeah. 200. You'll make this at disadvantage. That's a 7. That wouldn't pass anyway. So he is gone. Zorini.
And then move out the door.
Yep, and then move out the door. You
Are you fucking gonna
seeing
leave me?
how badly Oramus was whacked, and seeing Oramus whack this thing, and it's sort of like now sort of like not quite sure where to focus its attention. You just come across, clout it across the head. Its neck snaps back and falls down dead. The big thing is sort of looking at all of you, and it just screams out once more like, and it would on its go to it probably will on its go to it's getting ready to move, as it were, holding on to the bookcases with this sort of massive hand. And you're out of there. Anything else, Glendon, on your turn?
No, Gonzo.
On its turn, 5. Wait, no. Yeah, no, I have to do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You'll be fine.
Hang on, I've got a question. The thing went.
Yes.
Aramis used his reaction to uncanny dodge. Then Aramis got his go, and he took the attack of opportunity on his go. So he should have had his reaction back at the start of his turn.
But can you make a reaction to a reaction?
I have no
because
idea.
you can count. Yes, because you can counterspell a counterspell.
I'm putting 11 HP back on. I don't care.
So I want to wait and see whether this one hits first to count to.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, he probably can't do more damage than 22 on 3d8. So I'll take the 11 back.
Yeah.
But you don't have your reaction on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have your reaction on this one. So what health are you on now?
I'm not telling you.
You're not
21, aren't you? 21.
I'm 21.
I mean, the chance of him rolling 21 on 3d8 is pretty slim. And you've got to hit you first. I'm going to laugh if he rolls a 13 to hit you and you've taken off the buckler. I'm sorry, Luke. I giveth and I taketh away.
Could you please take from me 14 damage?
Oh, it's a good thing you got
Thank
that.
God for that 11.
Yeah.
With its first attack.
Oh, fuck.
God, you're such a dickhead.
Why did you attack this thing? We could have been out.
Don't kill me,
12.
please.
It rolls
Oh, thanks.
You are okay. Its second attack, you are reeling from this thing's huge sort of hands as it comes down, and it's almost like smacking you. It's like in like The Last of Us when things like when the zombies come up against you. It's literally just like smacking you with these huge growths and everything like that, and just like flailing its limbs against you. And with the first one, it whacks you dizzy, completely like taking you off. You're like nearly concussed. Your thing and everything, and you just see the hand come back again for a second thing, and you just drop to the floor. Wails over you. This thing goes unbalanced, and that'll be its turn.
There.
Oramis, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Shadow Blades.
No.
No way. I'm getting out of
I'm
there.
going to pop my head back to the door and just say we fucking around.
You run up the door. You run out the door and you pull the door and you like push the door too. The thing charges into the door, slamming
I'll
it.
hold it.
Are you guys just hightailing it out of there, or are you trying to make sure?
God, we're getting out.
Hightailing it out of there. It slams into the door, and it can like get half of its body through, like. But there's this huge growth on his left arm, and like sort of like around his like left thing, which just like it can't move, and it almost look like like these growths are like gonna pop. Like it's like trying to reach around in there, but it can't, and it just screams, and you can hear this loud like echoing throughout the halls. You are safe. You have what you came here for. Now it's time to get out. You make your way back through the lower floor, seeing the dead zombies that that you guys absolutely obliterated, and you make your way then through. You make your way back up to the top floor. If you just give me one moment, you make your way back up to the top floor, and you notice everyone's gone. The guards have disappeared. Strangely, from outside, you can hear a bell dinging and chiming. From outside, you can hear someone shouting something. If you want, you can make your way back into the library, and as you slowly open the door, you realize the guards aren't even there to protect it. There's hardly anyone there but the librarian crying as she sat there at her desk. You can now more clearly hear the cries from outside, people weeping and celebrating. Not celebrating, opposite of that. Weeping and crying in anguish. As you make your way towards the door, you can hear the town crier outside shouting with this bell tolling into the night sky. The king is dead! Long live King Jonah! And you can just hear the resounding cry of people through their windows, again shouting, Long live King Jonah. Thank you very much for coming to this session.
Oh,
we'll end it there.
Good ending.
Wow.
What was the name of the king?
Jonah. Jonah.
Jonah.
For a bit of context, the previous king, you guys would know, is called Good King Alistair. He was called the Good King Alistair because he was just generally a nice guy, and he was the first king. Well, he was the king who basically got Ambyr out of the crappy situation it was in after the Dragon War. So Dragon War, 200 years, that took a massive toll on its economy, on its trading, on everything. He's the king who finally got them out without imposing loads of taxes and everything like that on people. Like he did like the fair thing. He imposed taxes on some of the richer people, but he also did things like open up things like the library to everyone so that everyone can pay money to come in and have a look and get tours, open up things like the castle and a lot of other national treasured areas of Ambyr, so that it's more people can pay to do stuff rather than having to pay taxes, that kind of thing. And he was seen as just a generally good king. He didn't really abide by what his council said. He was a king of his own right. But now he is dead, and his young son is on the throne. His son who's just turned 18 and has no idea what to do on the throne. And we will get to that in the next campaign.
Oh. Cheers, Ben. That was pretty good.
That was good.
Thank you very much. How did everyone find the stealth? I think we
just messed it up. But
would you change anything for the future if we were to run a stealth thing again?
The thing I would probably say... Sorry, go on. You were the one actually doing it.
Oh, no, I was just... One thing I'd say is no fuck off big monsters at the end of the stealth.
I was thinking that'd probably be the bit where you guys would just dip in and out, and then you attacked it, and I thought,
yeah,
why?
I do this thing, Ben, where I underestimate you and how powerful these things are going to be.
Do you underestimate Ben, or do you overestimate Aramis?
I think it's 50-50.
It did a butt ton of damage. It was just not the thing to do a butt ton of damage.
Yeah, we should have taken Sam's approach and sneak in, sneak out,
GTF.
and I will remember that.
It's the only reason I bought you. 'Cause that's what you do.
I'll remember that for
Dog.
future
Yeah.
sneak.
The thing I would say
I
about
got
stealth.
work in the morning, so I'm gonna head off now. But thank you very much, Ben. I'll give you some notes tomorrow probably.
Yeah,
But
that's cool.
It was very good.
Yeah, that's right.
Glad you
One of the
enjoyed.
best sessions.